Hello. What? I'm not sure why that gave me that. Oh, no, I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me okay? Nope. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear? God, why is it doing this? Are you kidding me?
With everything plugged in.
Yeah, I just don't know why it's now not. Can you guys? Hello? Hello? All right, this is really pissing. Hello, hello. All right. I think we're okay. We good?
Yes.
All right. You can hear me? All right. All right, everybody. I can hear that background on that TV. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Oh, welcome everybody. Welcome. Sorry, just had some minor difficulty. Hello, Groundsky. Welcome in. L, Barney, AJ, Annie. Awesome. Oleg, CB. Good to have you. Good to have all of you. So, we're going to have like an open chat, but I want to stick to a couple of topics if we can, unless it's something major that you have to go ahead and. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate the gems. Thank you. Always supporting the station. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So, L, thank you so much. Appreciate you, L. Always, always supporting the channel. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. And thank you again. Appreciate all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. So, here's what I want to talk about. Let's see here. There we go. Please don't forget to hit the likes, everybody. You can support in any way, Annie. Mods, if you want to let her know, I mean, you can support in any way. You know, whatever means you want. Just word of mouth is probably the best way. Get the channel out there. The other thing you could do is go ahead and just click like and subscribe, and all those type of things. Just mods, if you could just post it under there for Annie, let her know how she could go ahead and support. But that's really the big thing. If yeah, I'll let the mods go ahead and put that information out there. You could help with a wish list. You could help with because we are going to go, barring some major catastrophe, we are going to go to Tucson. So we're definitely going to need some equipment there. But there's a wish list, an Amazon wish list. There's, just click the like, subscribe, anything you can help. If you want to help buying the memberships or buying whatnot, that'd be great. I mean, whatever you feel you can do. That's all. Just whatever you feel you can do. But I do appreciate you asking. There you go. Like and subscribe. Pass the word out. That's the best way. Word of mouth is how we grow, everybody. Word of mouth is how we grow. And that's really important. So we can do it. We're growing. We are growing. I make no mistake. We are growing. It's just, we're doing everything from the ground up. We're not getting any little assistance here and there from a whole lot of, I mean, we are, but not, we're building it from the ground up. Bottom line, foundation is strong. So thank everybody. Appreciate that. All right. Let's start off with Nancy. Okay. Let's start about Nancy, because we haven't talked about Nancy in a while. And I know there's not like a lot of information that's out there, but you have people that literally, you're hearing a lot more scuttlebutt here lately, or at least I am trying to figure out things out. You're hearing people talk about maybe they should go back and they should literally go and search the area around her house, And I know some may think that's crazy. And, for a while there, I was thinking, well, maybe that's kind of like a little late in the game, because you're really not going to have anything but maybe, for a better lack of words, remains of a body. But here's the thing. At least you're looking for something if you're able to know where you're looking at. You know what I mean? I mean, does that pacemaker, does it still have a battery's good for what? 10 years, 15 years? Is there anything like that, thinking outside the box. Because here's the thing, folks: when you give up searching, you have literally given up. That's just the bottom line. And when you have nowhere to go and nowhere to turn, kind of limit your options, right? There's not a whole heck of a lot left. So that's why I'm a firm believer: never give up, and don't ever stop doing the things that you know may be helpful. You never know. You may run into the wrong or right person. You may stumble over something that no one else has stumbled over. You know, you could search around her house. I mean, adamantly. You could search around maybe a 5 mile radius. Welcome in, stats. Welcome in. You could search literally. People have said, hey, um, there's a patch in her backyard. Let's just take that for example. There's a patch in her backyard. Take for a better lack of words, ground penetrating radar (GPR) and run that, and that's going to tell you anomalies, things that are under the ground, shapes that are under the ground that could actually, it ain't going to show you the body or bones, but it's going to show you something was buried there, with the GPR. That's what they use. That's what they use all the time. I don't know if they've used it. I don't know if anybody's ever talked about it, but it's something that people who are looking for different things, like, you go back to like different countries, Egypt, and when they're looking for tombs and stuff, they're using ground penetrating radar. They're using these devices because they want to see if there's anything underneath that looks like it could be X, Y, or Z, right? I mean, the bottom line is you just can't give up, because when you give up, you're basically throwing in the towel. You're now relying on somebody to speak up. And if you didn't hear nothing in the first, week, you're probably not going to hear nothing, after 5 months. So, I've heard other individuals like Jen Koffendorfer. I watch her, subscribe to her, and she talks a lot about maybe they need to go back to the beginning and start searching. I don't think it's really a bad idea, because it's not like, what do you really have to lose? What do you have to lose if you even called Cajun Navy and had them come in, right? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose if you call EchoSearch and have them come in? What does Nano have to lose? Nothing. Zero. Okay? So I'm not sure how, Cajun Navy and EchoSearch would do it now, since it's so far in the process, But here's the thing. If you don't ask, you'll never know, right? I mean, that's just common sense. So I bring this up because there is areas that they could search, especially, like I said, a 5 mile radius. I don't think Nancy was taken very far, in all honesty. I just don't buy it. I think she is very close by, could be as close as even, 7-8 miles, could be, all you got to do is just search, and like I said, I know there's not going to be a lot of remains left here, everybody, but you may stumble into something that you didn't realize. Right now, what are we seeing? Nothing, absolutely nothing. That's what we're seeing right now at this point. We're not seeing anything. You're not hearing no more of ransoms. You're not hearing no more notes. You're not hearing no more of nothing. Why? Because there's nothing there. So the only thing you really can do at this point is literally try to talk to these people in these areas, that maybe you haven't tapped into, or, call them out and see what they would do, being EchoSearch and or Cajun Navy. I mean, we see what they did with how they helped out with Nolen Wells. We've seen how that they came out in a heartbeat, right? I mean, why would you not take their support? Why would you not ask for their help? It's mind-boggling. Just makes no sense. Let me read some of these, everybody. I'm going to read some of these. Stacks, what up, everybody? Bible, Photon 2C, good to have you all. Ole, they need to do more searching on the construction houses. Even that, Ole, even searching construction houses would be something, because something is better than nothing. You know what I mean? Something is better than nothing. L, please hit the like and share the stream with your friends. We can share and gain knowledge from others. The bigger we build, everybody, the more we're going to learn from one another. That's how we roll in this station. Stacks, no news, nothing on Nancy. Well, but you got to go out there, and I don't mean you per se, Stacks, but I mean, you're right, but there's definitely no news if no one's searching, right? How hard would it be to get a hold of Cajun Navy and ask that question? Will you be willing to come out here and look? You know, I mean, all they can say is, "I'm sorry, it's way too late in the game for that," or they can say, "Absolutely, we'll go out there and we'll give it a run, see what we'll get all our GPRs and we'll see what we can locate, and if we find anything, well, then we'll go from there." But like I said, when Jews started talking septic, they got everyone out of there. And that's the problem. You have an administration, and when I say administration, I'm meaning you have a person in charge, in my opinion, in Nanos, that is not utilizing every asset that he has. And right now, he's got pretty much a free asset still, I believe, with Cajun Navy and or EchoSearch, if he would just go ahead and call them. I mean, could you imagine if they would actually find remains? Everybody always thinks that, well, they just, chucked her out there in the desert and, the animals got to her. What if they didn't? What if they didn't chuck her anywhere? What if they already had this planned out and they put her in a 6 by whatever, hole, for a better lack of words? You're not going to know unless you search. So this stuff about Nanos thinking, oh, well, we can't have that. Why? This is what Cajun Navy does. This is what EchoSearch does. This is this is their main forte. It's like, if you're a cop, you understand law. You should understand law. Okay? And if you're a fireman, you understand how the flames come up in a fire. You get that. No one else is going to really understand it, but you understand it because that's your forte. Well, same with the searching. It's their forte. It's what they do best. So why not go ahead and utilize it? It's really, it's, in my opinion, Sheriff Nanos, it is a dereliction of your duty not to do everything you possibly can do to try to find Miss Nancy Guthrie. That's just bottom line, in my opinion. It's a dereliction of duty. You're not doing what people put you in there to do. They wanted you to protect them. They wanted you to service them. They wanted you to go ahead and be there for them. They wanted you to answer the call when needed. I'm not so sure this is answering the call, in my opinion. Just saying, my opinion. 2C, I hope everyone had a good day. Oh, yeah, there's not much being talked about, Stacks. Not much new. Hello, friends. Cat goes in the house. What's the deal with Pima County and the no searching? That's that $1,200,000 question, Stacks. You have all this on the table. You have people that are willing or were willing to come out. I don't know what they are now, but you're not going to know unless you ask. So you got people that are willing to do this, I would assume, in EchoSearch and in Cajun Navy with no cost to the county, no cost, nothing coming out of the budget. So why not do it? Why not do it? I haven't heard one good reason why they shouldn't have done it, why they still haven't done it. If anybody's got something, by all means, please share it, because I don't know of any good reason. Any Diddy, I don't buy it either. It's just sad. It really is sad, because we have things today that they could use. Hey, no one said it's going to be easy. And no one said you're going to find it on your first search or your second or your third or your fourth. But my God, if you're going to do something, why not have the best people that know what the heck they're doing? Why not have them out there? If they're willing to offer their services, why would you even bat an eye? I mean, you're not even talking about people like, regular citizens, because we know the streamers have been out there looking. We know that for a fact. They have been out there and searching. We know that, and maybe since here lately it's been really hot, but there's still streamers that are out there searching for Nancy, or at least asking questions about where she could be or if anybody has seen her. We know that's happening. But how is it that a department that this is what they're supposed to do is having a hard time picking up that damn phone and making a call? Really? I mean, we stopped talking about it. You know why? We stopped talking about it because it wasn't getting done, and we just got tired of regurgitating that same thing. Send out the people, call Cajun Navy. And so now everybody's just kind of, and it's not a bad thing, but this is, I think, what, in my opinion, Nanos wanted. Eventually, people will stop talking about it. Now you're starting to hear a little bit of noise because certain FBI agents, prior agents, are coming out saying, man, that's not a bad idea. Go back to the beginning. What have we always said on this stream? What have we always said? Take your knowledge and go back to the beginning and apply everything you've learned and try to read it back again. See what you missed or what you didn't catch. I mean, it's that simple, folks. It is really that simple. I'm not saying it's simple to find an individual, but it's that simple just to go ahead and get people to get out there and look for Miss Nancy. Just my opinion. AJ, Ketko, to see you as well. Ransom started again when Chris McDonough went out there. I don't believe that was a coincidence. Exactly. And I know it's not easy, everybody. It's bad enough being law enforcement and going out there, and what kind of clues to look for, as far as if somebody is staring at you, someone's giving you that mean mug or something. You have that training. But for streamers to go out there and putting themselves in harm's way because the sheriff's department is not wanting to do that, well, what does that say about the sheriff's department? You know what I'm saying? What does that say? It's a dereliction of duty, in my opinion. It's a freaking dereliction of duty. And someone needs to call him out on it. And yet, crickets. Now they've come to realize that the streamers that were out there trying to keep that narrative, that story alive with Nancy, they realized they weren't doing anything wrong. It was their First Amendment rights to be out there. And so now what are you seeing? You're seeing a couple streamers here and there go back. They're trying to keep it back up again. Some are a little, for a better lack of words, some are a little hesitant because they don't know what the final outcome could end up being, going back to jail or whatever the case. But my point is, if you don't go ahead and do these type of things, you're never going to find her. And I'm speaking mostly of the sheriff's department, because he has the biggest microphone right now. He has the biggest microphone right now to get a hold of Cajun Navy, get a hold of EquiSearch, and any other professional searching party teams to see if they would be willing to come out here and search. How hard is that, folks? Doesn't seem hard to me. Zip, zero, zilt, says Barney. Photon, Barney, hello. 2C, thank you, Photon. Oleg, also find out where all the earth was dumped when they were digging out for the pool as it was in the first weeks. Absolutely. Where did they take all that? Where did it get placed? I mean, you can take a GPR and run it literally, and they have a lot of different devices, folks, that you could probably use in today's world. I mean, watch National Geographic, watch, all these the history channels and everything. You're gonna find out we have a lot of stuff. That's how they're finding a lot of these things that have been buried for centuries up down in the Middle East. You know, they're finding these things that have been found for centuries. You name it, bones, pottery, because they're doing this. And they're out there, don't even really have a good idea where they're looking. They're just looking and running all the tools that they have. Why isn't Pima County asking for anybody to do this? Why isn't anybody doing this? If they did, hey, I'll be the first one to say, hey, I'm sorry for saying that you guys didn't do it. But I had heard nothing about it. I've never seen anybody out there. It just makes no sense. Terry, hi DD. What's going on, Terry? Good to have you. Annie L. Catgo, I often wondered if they had her in a freezer, melted her remains, and poured her somewhere later on, like those freaks did to that poor little girl. I mean, anything right now, it's outside the box. Good point. Good theory. L, hi Gary. Hi Terry. Terry, Oleg, if she was in a freezer, she would still have DNA, absolutely. And if she was in a freezer, she'd probably still be intact, more than for sure. But what helped find the perps? Thought, but it would help find the perps. Very well said. Very well said, Oleg. Annie, Catco, right. Photon, hi, Tarek, AJ. Welcome, Tarek. Oleg, this is true, but could be possible anywhere in the area. It's without a doubt, everybody. Without a doubt, anywhere in the area. But you got to start somewhere, right? I mean, you got to start somewhere. If you never start somewhere, you never get to that next spot, that next grid, that next mile. You never get to really get to that next point if you don't start at a point. You know what I mean? Marianne, the faithful servants in the house. Good to have you, faithful servant. Let's find Nancy. Well said, my friend. And thank you for all the things that you do, for all the little, videos you put out. Appreciate that. Photon. Hi, Marianne. Catgo, I'm afraid they may never find, not like this. Absolutely, Catgo. They're never going to find her if they don't look for her, right? This is not a citizen's job. This is not, this is really honestly not even like streamers. They don't have the training for this. I'm thankful that they're doing it. Make no mistake. This is the responsibility of the Pima County Sheriff's Office to get their ass out there or to get a hold of somebody that will literally go out and search. That's their responsibility. That's their job. If Nanos doesn't have the manpower, doesn't have the budget, get a hold of somebody who does. Hey, got the FBI out there. They wouldn't hesitate to do whatever they need to do. I don't know about now because it's so long, time has passed. But you're still hearing people talk about it. And that means there still is a possibility that they could find something or even find the remains at this point of Nancy. But you're not going to find it if you're not searching. You're not going to find it if you're not looking. Once again, it's freaking common sense. It's just common sense. Catgo, I remember seeing from a drone footage someone had a freezer outside a porch. Yeah, I remember we saw a couple of the drones, Mark the Shark and Doug, or not Doug, Dad's Going Live. They had drones, and we were like, what is that thing that they're showing? And oh, it could be a freezer. We saw stuff like that. You know, I didn't see any FBI looking for anything. I didn't see any of Pima County Sheriff's Office looking for anything. I not once seen a drone of theirs. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But they're sure as hell not doing it now. And that's probably a big reason Sheriff Nanos has lost the confidence of the people. Plain and simple. That's just common sense. Tarek, I'm waiting for the perp to slip up and make one mistake so they can arrest him. Kako, yes, Ole, me too, was screaming to my phone about looking in it. Supposedly they searched the area. So, yeah. Yeah, what did they search? For a day and a half? Before they called the search off? A day and a half? That's just pathetic, everybody. I'm sorry, that's just pathetic. A day and a half, and they're going to call it off. Nanos is going to call it off. If and when Perp is arrested, he won't last long in prison. That is true. Possibly, Stacks, no doubt. Oleg, I bet they didn't, Catco, the faithful servant, because after day 6, everyone knew she was unalive except for us, the public. That's why they stopped. That may be why they stopped in their mind that they knew, but in reality, how did they actually honestly know? In all honesty, faithful servant, I get your point. I get your point that, they knew, they just didn't tell us. Well, no, they really did know. They just assumed because what was in the note. Okay, they just assumed. There was no evidence of anything, no picture, no nothing of her being unalive. I get it that they did say it in the note, but saying it and seeing it are two different things. Unless you have the evidence to say, yes, we saw this and we know she's unalive. Okay, I get it. But we really didn't see nothing. Pima County never said they saw her unalive. No one has said anything. So these are all just assumptions. If they called the search off after a day and a half, this is about the most piss poorest sheriff's department I have ever seen that would literally go ahead and call it off because of a ransom note that came out. It makes no sense. No one in their right mind is going to stop because of that. They're just not going to. Not in the law enforcement world. Maybe in Nano's world, but not in law enforcement's world. People can be pure evil, can't get over what parents can do to their own children. Catgo, Oleg agreed. And they probably know exactly where it's too, faithful. That's my opinion. Tarek, they would probably put the perp in solitary. Look, guys, just so we're clear, I'm not saying that she is alive. I'm not saying that. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's alive. I'm just saying, just like people can't take, we can't say, well, this is how it happened when we don't have the facts. Well, they don't have the facts just because they got a note that said what it said. That doesn't determine that she is unalive. Okay? It has nothing to do with it. It's common sense. You still search. If anything, you search because you want to give the individuals at least the decency that you did everything you could. But once again, we get back to what? This was Cajun Navy. This was the FBI. This was EquiSearch. They were going to do this at no dime. Faithful Service says the lead detective on the case, 2 years experience only. What the F? No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, I'm going to take the word. And guys, it just doesn't work that way. I'm telling you. You have people in the FBI that are prior FBI agents that are saying, okay, this is crazy what they pulled, what they did by calling out the search. Okay, you're having them now say, literally, they need to go back to the drawing board and start searching again. Okay, this should have never stopped. I mean, if they searched that whole grid, that whole area, then you can say, okay, we did everything we could. But you search for a day and a half, maybe just a tad bit more, day and a three quarters. That's not searching. That's just not searching. In my opinion, anyway. Catco DD Sheriff is a dumbass. I agree with that, without a doubt. I couldn't say the last part, but yeah, I agree with that. The lead detective in the case, 2 years experience. All because Nano wanted to get rid of everybody or wanted to move people out of their positions. He wanted basically yes men and yes women. That's what he wanted. He wanted to be able to tell them when to jump and they would jump. That's the whole point. Nano's, in my opinion, is a control freak. He wants to control everything. And the problem is he can't control this narrative. The only thing he could do is try to fulfill trying to locate Nancy by exhausting all means possible. And he has failed to do that. Just saying, in my opinion. If they didn't know where she was, things wouldn't have gone the way they have. Truly believe, says L. Tarek, Pima County Sheriff's Department has a high turnover. I wonder why. Well said, Tarek. Barney, there was also a person that invited JLR or Brian E. to the residence outside on a beautiful patio. During the interview, I noticed a big wine barrel in background. Interview was close to Nancy Guthrie's house. It's those little key things, Barney, just like what Barney just said. It's those little key things that you look back on, that you go, I bet, I'm just saying, I bet that if you went back and looked at the videos, even from the ones that did the drones, the streamers that were doing the drones, and you go back, I bet you will see a lot of other things that are popping up that are ringing your bell like, oh God, what about this? Oh God, what about that? That at the time you may not realize it, but going over back to the beginning and starting and looking at all those footages, I bet you anything there's some things, because we all miss certain things. That's why you always go back and look again. You always take the information you have and go back and try to navigate through all those dynamics. That's how it works, everybody. Just telling you. That's just law enforcement 101, man. I mean, that's just that simple. Well said, Barney. Well said. Bible, they definitely won't find what they are not looking for. Rest in peace. Without a doubt. Best statement yet. Without a doubt, Bible. Well said. Can't find something you're not looking for. Oleg, I remember that, Miss Barney. Catgo DD, Nanny is your favorite. Nanny is your favorite word as well. Nana. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord, that's too funny. Nanos. Bible, I watch archaeologists find all of the time. They're finding these things because they're using equipment to locate certain stuff. And when they get a hit, what do? They sometimes spend a long time looking for just something so small. But they search it. I'm not saying that Pima County has to, spend years searching. Hell, I'm not even saying they had to spend months, several months searching. But my God, a little bit more than a day and a half to 2 days, it's not asking a lot. Hell, 30 days. Hell, Cajun Navy wanted to go more than that. That's on them if they wanted to. Same with EchoSearch. So why did it really matter for Nanos to say, no, sorry guys, we don't need your help? Well, apparently you do need the damn help, Nanos. Apparently he does need the damn help. Sorry, guys. KB, hi. So, did Free Perp in the latest SA case in Tucson share traits with the Nancy? I was going to talk about that here in a little bit, KB. I'm not sure. Apparently, the little that I got, just a little, was that he looked similar to the perp, about 5'9", 5'10". They did say he was more of a slender build. But that could be offset with all the different clothing, the amount of clothing they wore that night. It's kind of cold. Yeah, I mean, once again, let's see how that one goes. It's amazing that, good thing that perp didn't take that person, because God only knows how long they would have searched for that person. KB says, not free, though. AJ, KB, CB, I think freezer also. I do archaeology, NPA certified. Then, and you would know, Barney. Well said. You would know exactly what they need. You would know what these people use, these equipment. So why didn't they do this? I know you can't answer that question because you don't know. But there's stuff out there that they could easily run on the ground to see if they could find something that's not normal to be there. Makes all the sense to me in the world. Click that like, everybody. Click that like. Do me that favor, please. Nina's in the house, alive in a bunker. Nina is still on that alive in the bunker. And you know what? At this point, I'm like, hey, check the damn bunkers. What do you got to lose? Granted, you got to have probable cause to go in these bunkers. But I mean, if someone tells you, no, you can't search my bunker, well then, there's always a way to figure out why. There's always a way to figure out why they don't want you to go in their bunker. But true. At this point, what do you have to lose? I mean, knock. Hey, Joe Smuckatelli, do you mind if we're trying to really process everything and we're trying to cover all bases? Can we just use this to eliminate the theory that maybe she's in a bunker? We'd like to check everybody's bunker. We'd like to start, if you would let us permission to look in your bunker. No, can't do it. Okay, well, now we know there's a reason why. Could be just an ass, or he could just be like, know something about this is not where he wants it to go, right? It's that type of thing. Sometimes you gotta push the issue a little bit to get some information. But I'm with you, Nina. At this point, what the hell? Look at the bunkers. Why Nancy is the big question. Find that out. You're halfway there. Why Nancy is the big question. I wish I had the patience, Oleg. Honestly, I really do. Marianne, AJ, DD, can canine dogs smell or sense body if frozen in freezer? That's a good question. I would probably, first of all, I don't know the answer. We had a canine. We got a canine in my department when I was working as a chief. We got a canine, and that canine it could get the smallest sense. All it needed was that small little piece of something narcotic that was left on the floorboard or somewhere. It would pick it up. As far as the freezing part, I don't know if they can or not, but I'm sure somebody will look it up real quick, Google it, and be able to tell us. No doubt about it. That's a damn good question, AJ. Good question. KB Nanos is saying not related. KB Nanos is saying not real. Of course, he's saying it's not related because it's his ass that is not doing a good job right now. and he knows it, and everybody knows it. This, I'll tell you what, Tucson, Arizona has got to feel the most let down by this decision of putting and electing this man in that position. I mean, you talk about the embarrassment, the embarrassment that he brings to the city, in my opinion, is just pathetic. Faithful servant says porch guy might be in the freezer too on top of this. That's well said. I didn't want to laugh, but that's well how you put it. Who knows, man? Maybe somebody took the other guy out. I don't know. Oh, Lord have mercy. Tarek, AJ, that is a great question, without a doubt. Nina, Faithful, laughing out loud. I'm telling you, Annie, read about the pizza bomber. The lady was crazy, a mastermind that wasn't her first story. Twice she had people in freezer pizza bomber, Erie, PA. You'd think they would go ahead and look at history to see what exactly are the anomalies, what are exactly the outside the box things, and go that route. Once again, nothing's easy, folks, but it sure as hell gonna find nothing if you don't look. Well said, Annie. Well said. Marianne, I don't agree about a freezer, and that's fine. That's why everybody's opinion matters. The faithful servant. Anything is possible, without a doubt. At this point, we're grasping for straws, everybody. Catgo, I wonder if Perp's still with us. I don't know. I hope karma bit his, you know what? No doubt about it. I think it's two women and a man, says Nina. Well, I think there's a woman involved. I've always said there was a woman involved, and I've always said there was 3 to 4 people involved. So I'm still sticking with that. We'll see if anything ever materializes. Oleg, big chest freezer. At this point, any freezer that would fit. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well said, Oleg. A dog would be able to track down a body in a freezer. It would smell absolutely, in my opinion, even to humans. There you go. Tarek, they're not going to tell us anything unless they find Nancy or the perp. But that's the problem. They're not even looking for Nancy. And what do they think? That the perp is going to come and say, here you go. Oh, no, I'm here. Take me, Nanos. Go ahead. I did it. The hell? It's like, what do they want? Everything on a silver platter? They don't want to have to work for it? Find it? Man, that is just crazy. Crazy. L45 watching, 23 like. Click the like, everybody. Do me that favor. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Be a member. The channel is growing. We need to become more smarter by more people. All opinions matter, everybody. Analyze Doug is in the house. Good to have you, Doug. Tarek, thank you once again. Doug, hello. Marianne, hi, Doug. AJ, Doug, Stacks. Smash the like button. Smash it. Please smash it. Thank you so much, Stacks. Appreciate you. You very welcome, Terry. Photon, hi, Doug. Thank you, Stacks, says L. Nina, 2 women and a man, SUV, redhead, Uber girl, in a blue car, possible Bronco, and a group organized crime live. Interesting. You know what? I'd say search for all those dynamics. No doubt. Search for all of it. What the hell? But, oh, wait a minute. We're not searching no more. So what the hell are we going to find when you're not searching? Well said, Nina. Catgo, I hope my family would make people look more than 1.5 days. This is just not right from the beginning. Without a doubt, Catgo. Well said. Oleg, my main suspect is a woman, Nina. There you go. Oleg's main suspect is a woman. I mean, we know some women that would fit, in my opinion, would fit that narrative, let's just say. Terry, Katko agreed. Oleg, not Annie. Marianne, Nina, if it's not fact, please put in my opinion. Thank you. Thank you, Marianne. Appreciate that. Nina, I can say anything I think it is, says Nina. Annie, Katko, I wholeheartedly believe Perp is alive and very well. Yeah, it would almost be wishful thinking that karma got him, without a doubt. Photon, be respectful to the mods. Absolutely, everybody. Make sure you're respectful to the mods. Jim, Survival, hello, DD, and Chad. Good to have you, Jim. I'll respect the mods on the channel or you will be timed out. Thank you. Well said. Photon, hi, Jim. L, hi, Jim. AJ, Jim, Tarek. We have nice mods. Be nice, without a doubt. Hey, I'll tell you right now, we have the best mods as far as I'm concerned. As far as everything from common sense to everything, best mods I've seen, and I've seen a lot of mods out there, without a doubt. Would that be wonderful if she was a? It would be, Oleg, but now that could be, yeah, that'd be a miracle, without a doubt. At this point, I just want them to search in hopes that they could find the remains, in hopes that people could not only move on, but the family could get some closure. That's what I say. Cutco, I just don't know any. I've got through everything and doesn't make sense that nobody has ratted him out. Well, if it's only a couple people that are still alive, then and those two people are very close, it very well may never get answered. Well said. Tarek, hi, Jim, Annie, Kepko, I know, Jim, L1985, Jim, Photon, Oleg, hi, Jim, AJ, Barney, hey, Jim, Tarek, Katko, 2 Gems. Thank you so much, Katko, for supporting the channel. Marianne, they aren't going to rat anyone out for the reward because, in my opinion, they are close to the family. Well said, Marianne. Spot on. Well said. Jim, Oleg, Jim, Barney, L, Marianne, I agree. Oleg, Cat, I keep rewatching the earlier footage, and that's the best thing to do, Oleg. That is the best thing to do. Keep watching, and we need to keep going back and taking what we have learned, just like I think every streamer should go back. Every person who had a drone that was flying, getting evidence, should go back to the beginning and start processing everything that they have gained so far and see what they missed and what could make sense. Bible says, I finally saw an SUV in the porch guy video clearly. I remember you told me that, Bible. I do. Absolutely. And I seen that. Hell, if they do, it will be a big slip up, in my opinion. Marianne, where they may be inebriated or something or talking to the wrong person, but even her friends have been told to be quiet. There's a reason why. No doubt about it, El. Well said. See, Bible, I was right, says Nina. Photon, Nina, you need to respect our mods, says Photon. Catgo, I sure would tell if someone I knew did something this horrendous. Don't care who it is. Just don't understand how people are so evil. They need to pay the piper, without a doubt, Catgo. Well said. Bible, Nina, it is so clear even headlights look to be shining. I saw the pictures, and I've seen the pictures that Chris has had as well. Let's talk with Chris, and I can tell you there's definitely a vehicle there, without a doubt. Nina, you were asked to put, in my opinion, comment if it wasn't a fact. It's pretty easy. You don't have to be disrespectful and say, I'll do as you wish. Will not be tolerated. Guys, we have no longer have a whole lot of nonsense going on the channel. So right now, we want to keep it that way. Absolutely. Just listen to what the mods are telling you and be respectful. That's all you got to do. It's not anything difficult. They need to stop blocking me for investigating a crime. I have same rights as all of you. You do. You just got to be a little bit more respectful. No worries. Let's go further. Let's move on. I have facts. God's given me facts, and I believe you, Nina. I believe that you believe that that's what it is. That's why you're always welcome here. Thank you. Oleg, Bible, if you add color to the video, you can see even more. Photon, Nina, no one is bullying you. You need to have factual evidence. And if you have an opinion, just put it's your opinion. Yeah, we just want to cover our behinds because we know that there has been a lot of people going after a lot of these streamers, literally trying to get them to stop. And we just don't want that to be a part of this channel. Absolutely. Well said. Catgo can see Nina. Can't see Nina. Bible, Oleg, I bet you can. If we see it, Ellie sees it too, without a doubt. So why aren't they looking? Without a doubt, Nina. Okay, let's just bring it down a little bit, everybody. Come on. Look, I give the mods all the authority to do what they got to do. I don't even have to say anything. Okay, so just let's just move on so we can go ahead and have a very good live because the reason I don't want a distraction is because it kills the vibe of the channel. And people who are new coming in, they don't want to be a part of it. That's why they're not in other lives. They're here. So let's just make it smooth for everybody. Oleg, I saw it soon and the video came out. FBI can't be blind. They must have seen it. I agree with that, Oleg. April, Nina, if you have an opinion, state it as an opinion. Don't state it as facts. Respect the channel and DDs and mods. Thank you, April. Appreciate that. Nina, I said I believe or think it is. Here we go, everybody. Nina, Photon. In 4 years, yes, Photon. Oleg, I was hoping the monsoon weather might wash something up of Nancy. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Because right now they're going through a lot of rain. You would think maybe, just maybe, they could get lucky and something would uncover, right? Very good point, Oleg. Al, Marianne, this is DD's channel. Please respect him, all his mods. And we asked if it isn't a fact, please put in my opinion. We're just trying to cover everybody's behind. That's it. Nothing more. Katko, Oleg, me too, Tarek. I'd be very surprised if Nano gets elected. Oh, he won't get elected. If he gets elected, then all I can say, Tucson, is you guys get what you deserve. I'm just saying as honest as I can. If he gets elected the next time go around, that's all on you all. Doug, dogs can pick up scent even though concrete from decades earlier. Well said, Doug. Thank you. I knew you would look it up, Doug. Thank you. Marianne, yes, we say in my opinion. Oleg, yes, Bible. And I know of someone else who talks like that. Oh, sorry to hear that, Nina. Your dog is gone. She attacked the bell guy, when he installed my home phone. Sorry to hear that, Nina. KB, if Nanos were to admit we have a serial situation, there would be an exodus of seniors moving elsewhere. That's well said, KB. I agree with that. Click that likes, everybody. Click the likes. If you are here and you like the channel, please subscribe. Be a devil pup in the channel. Let's get it, everybody. Tarek, Nano's term doesn't end until January of 2029. And the sad thing about it, Tarek, is that all those people could have voted him out. All they needed was one more vote. Now, it's probably not going to happen, and they're going to have to wait a long time. Tarek, the perp might make a mistake. You never know. That's true. I mean, we can always hope for that. Or Nanas could do the right thing, call Cajun Navy and EquiSearch, and even the FBI for that matter, and say, we need your help. How hard is that? You know, it's just that pride stuff is what really unalives so many people because of the pride. Unbelievable. Al, unfortunately, yes, Tarek, and I don't see him being removed. Would have happened by now, in my opinion, without a doubt. Tarek, well said, L. Tarek, L1, they tried removing him not long ago. It didn't happen because one person who said he was going to vote a certain way didn't vote. I mean, that's just a fact, everybody. Al, exactly, Tarek. KB, I still think they should check the fireplace. Why did they have a whole wall of durable logs in the garage? I doubt Nancy was using her fireplace. Well said. Well said. Well said, KB. Could that be why doors propped wide open? Interesting. Nanos will probably walk away with a full pension at the end of his term. Unbelievable. Annie, Kaylee, that's what it could be. Ole, Barney, we will drive off in the basic model 2008 Corvette. Yes, Barney, in my opinion, too. Three Cats is in the house. Hello, Three Cats. Hi from Minnesota, DD. Welcome in, Three Cats. Good to have you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Hi, Three Cats. Welcome in, says L. AJ, Three Cats. Photon, hi, Three Cats. Hoorah, Semper Fi. Ole, good thinking. Click like and subscribe if you can. If you are a subscriber, be a Devil Pup Investigator. Click the likes, everybody. Do me that favor. Send the emoji and share out the stream. Barney, hey, 777. Stacks, 777. When Savannah said the back doors were propped open, was she referring to the two back doors or the gate and back door? A gate isn't really a door, but it is a gate door. Yeah, that's I don't know. I can't answer that because I really truly don't know their servant. Good point. Barney, hey, 77 Stacks, think it was garage propped open, in my opinion. The faithful servant, hi, Miss Barney. Tarek, no Chris tonight. Nina, I do not need proof. L, Tarek, I think he said may pop in at some point, but won't be on the stream. Yes. And that's fine. No worries. No worries. Barney, Chris is probably riding e-bike. He's on his way here. Barney, I hope you packed enough sandwiches for him. And I say it in just joking, obviously. Tarek, okay. Al, you welcome, Tarek. AJ. Al, you welcome, Tarek. AJ, no more drama. We are moving forward with today's topic. Absolutely. That's it, everybody. Let's move forward. Marianne, thank you, AJ. Al, thank you very much, AJ. Al, please hit the like if you haven't. Thank you for joining us tonight, without a doubt. I know you're trying to help, Nina. We just gotta all stay on that same level. We just have to all just stay on that same level. You're always welcome here. Pam, hey DD and everyone. Sorry, been at the doctor's all day. I hope you're doing good, Pam. I hope you're doing fine. I watch what I missed later on replay. You got it, Pam. Thank you for being here. Photon, hi, Pam. Annie, Pam. Hope you are okay. Hi, Pam. Hope all is well. Oleg, I thought they said gate was propped open. I remember, right? Yes, they did say the gate was propped open and the two doors were propped open, to my understanding. She never said the gate, only said the doors. I I thought the gate was mentioned, in my opinion. I really did. I thought they said the gate had also a planter holding the gate open. I could be wrong though. Well, I'm sure. Doug, do you have that info? But I could be wrong. Marianne, Chris stopped for pancakes on his way. He stopped at the Waffle House, Marianne. The faithful, however, I think they found the gate propped open. Thank you, servant. Appreciate you. Annie, I think after it was said about the doors being propped open, I think I remember them showing it from the house. Hey, there's Chris, who said he wasn't going to be here. I pulled over for riding on the interstate. I am lurking. I have been seeing everything you all have said. Outstanding, Chris. Thank you so much, my brother. Appreciate you. Faithful servant. Savannah never said that the detective did. Pam, hey, 1985. I hope your surgery went well. It was my follow-up for my neurologist and back doctor. Thanks, everyone. You got it, Pam. Good to have you. Chris, you are too crazy. Driving that bike, that e-bike all the way here. It's ridiculous. Hell, Chris, hi there. Hey there, Oleg. Yes, not Savannah Guthrie didn't say gate. It was a reporter on the news. Doug, yes, back doors and gate procedures open with flower pots. Thank you, Doug. I knew you would find it. Marianne, ooh, good thing I didn't say anything bad. Photon, hi, Chris. Doug, gate propped open. That's what I thought I heard. Thank you so much, Doug. Pam, hey, Photon and Annie. Just Jaylene's in the house. Good to have you, Just Jaylene. Welcome in, my friend. Tarek, hi, Chris. L, Pam, thanks so much. Chris, hello, all. 857, thank you, Didi, for your expertise and sharing your opinions and hope for Nancy. You got it, 857. Thank you so much for being here. And anytime you want to get together, just let us know. I'll be more than happy to be on your channel. AJ, Chris, Barney, Dog, best way I could help, Chris, transportation, water, and endless food. Laughing out loud. Well said, Barney. Well said. 1985, Marianne, AJ, Jaylene, Photon, Jay, Marianne, hi, 857. L, 1985, Jaylene, and 857, hello. Photon, hi, Damien. Just Jaylene, Photon. Oleg, hello, 857. Just Jaylene. The faithful servant. So, gate and two doors propped open. Yes. That's what I remember them saying. Teresa is in the house. Good to have you, Teresa. Back gate was found propped open with a flower pot. Thank you so much, Teresa. Appreciate that. Click that like, everybody. If you like the stream, please click that like. Share it to the other followers and streamers. L, Teresa. Annie, hi, Pam. Tarek, hello, 857. The faithful servant, 857. Howdy. Just Jaylene, Dog. You got that right, Just Jaylene. Bible 857 Tucson. Chris, I did not stop for pancakes. I stopped for a new ass. Well said, Chris. Well said. I hope they got you one. Oh, my Lord. They got those new, those new little pads you put on each cheek. They're going to be big-ass pads. Bible AJ 857, Miss Barney, Chris laughing out loud. Oh Lord, Marianne, Chris, Tarek laughing out loud. Chris, L, please hit the stream, share the stream with all of your friends. Good to have you all. Awesome to have you guys. L, Chris, Annie, Chris, you have to get the shorts with the pads in the butt, right? And they're going to write up your, you know what? Absolutely, Pam. I don't know if all we're talking about this, but there was another lady who has got broken into, beat up the lady, and they left. That is correct, Pam. We had brought it up here a few, just, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, I think. Could be the same perp. We never know. Maybe he, who knows? Maybe he had plans of the same thing and she became unalive. Never know. It is a possibility. Bible, Annie, Pam, the lady lived in Pima County, Arizona, not too far from Nancy. I think they said like 30 miles. I think Chris said that. 30 miles. Pam, yes, Nano said unrelated. Of course, everything's unrelated because it's going to make him look like he's not doing his job, in my opinion. Annie, L, Bible, he's funny. So the idea that if you don't search, you won't find nothing, right? And yes, I understand the points that, well, there's nothing really to find now, probably just, remains, bones, and whatnot. But here's the thing, that means something to somebody. That means something to the family. And that means something to everybody who has been on this case, trying to figure out how they could help, how they could search, what they could find. That's what it's all about. But if Nanos is not going to literally utilize the opportunities of having these professional searchers come out on their own dime to help find Nancy, then I don't know what honestly, the only thing I can say is, what role do you have, Nanos? What role do you play? Because you have the authority to do that. And if you don't do that, my God, that's a dereliction of duty in a heartbeat, in my opinion. I can't stress that enough. Chris, Charming, Tia, Tip, laughing out loud. Annie, L, yes, DD2. Marianne, there was another 84-year-old missing from the Walmart parking lot Monday night. Oh, wow. Her and her car are gone. I did not even hear that. Thank you, Marianne. Just Jaylene, Marianne with the hearts. Al, Marianne in Tucson. Wow. Pam, just Jaylene. Hello, Marianne. Yes, Al. So that's what I wanted to talk about, was the fact that if we don't look, if Nanos, who's responsible for this county, that is his job, is to do everything within reason. Now, listen to what I'm saying, within reason. I've been a chief. I've worked in law enforcement. Within reason. How is it that someone, an organization, wants to go ahead and help two organizations that we know of, and you're going to turn it down? Why? Why? Explain how that even makes sense. These are professional people that this is what they do for a living. And instead, we have streamers going out there to these places, putting themselves in harm's way because Nano refuses to go ahead and have people come out and search when they have offered to. That just doesn't make sense, folks. I mean, that old saying, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. Well, in this case, if it speaks like it's speaking and it says what it's saying, then there's a reason why he's saying it and why he's doing it. And it's not good. My opinion. I would trust Nanos if it was a dog catcher. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Oh, wow, Marianne, that's awful. What is with elderly going missing so much? Pam, L, 1985, you got that right. Marianne, I know, L, it's horrible. Barney, no Nanos. No, Nanos. Can't have my pup. Wouldn't trust him. It's just so sad, everybody. It really is. Bible, it makes Nanos look like he's involved with the cover up. It sure does, in my opinion, Bible. You're spot on, no doubt. That's what I'm trying to say, but saying it nicely. I mean, if he says what he says and does what he does, then you have to ask the question, what is the gain? What is the gain at the big picture, in my opinion? Terry, I agree. L, all of things being exposed by Chris McDonough pretty much point towards what he's capable, in my opinion. Well, anybody who has been in law enforcement would understand that these concepts are simple. They're simple because they're 101. Okay. The idea that you don't stop a search after a day and a half is common sense for in law enforcement. It's common sense for a chief, it's common sense for a sheriff, it's common sense for an officer. So to go ahead and literally do that, as far as I'm concerned, once again, I go back to it is literally dereliction of duty, in my opinion. AWO podcast. I feel like I'm listening to someone calling a horse race. Hey, I've been told that before, my brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. And or sister. Spirit is the first flat earth crossing in fast. Your mama is still in it. Yes, the cadence is kind of funny. Awesome. Glad you enjoy it, my friend. Thank you for being here. Bible, I took police courses. I wish I would have gone into investigation crime. Well, the secret of that, Bible, is that when you go into smaller departments, you are an investigator. You are the officer who does the interviews. When you're in smaller departments, you have to do all these roles. And then when it gets tough, when what gets tough is when you're dealing with something that is so outside of the box of the department that you don't hesitate as a leader to call someone who has more experience than you. Case in point, like the FBI, like other agencies that are probably have a lot more knowledge that can help you. There's nothing wrong with getting help. Nothing wrong. It's a dumb butt move, in my opinion. You got that right, Catco. Marianne, be right back. Dun, dun, dun. Stacks. What would be the reason a police department would search at all? A department don't search at all. I mean, honestly, Stacks, there's not a good reason that a department wouldn't search because even in the smaller departments, the county would come in and they would go ahead and help and they would call these resources, just like they did with Nolen Wells. They didn't wait. They called right away. As soon as the call was made that he went missing, and then all of a sudden, Cajun Navy's coming out there to help search. Instantly. I mean, pretty damn close to real quick. That's how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to put your pride, leave it at the door when you know the case is bigger than you. And that's what didn't happen here. And that's what needs to change, in my opinion. Doug. Okay, Marianne. AJ. Sup, Doug. The faithful servant. Lack of fun, Stacks. But that's the whole point. Lack of funds. But they're paying for it. Cajun Navy was offering at no cost to the county. EquiSearch said at no cost to the county. So how is the money becoming the issue when it's not really their issue? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Doug, I can read the statement I got from Nanos regarding searches. Hey, you want to come in? Come in and read it. Chris, Stacks, my opinion is they have nothing to search for. Well, it's possible. It's possible. But there's got to be bones out there unless they really went to the extreme. But here's the thing. If you search You're also searching to give the family peace of mind that you did everything you could. By calling off the search, it gives nobody reassurance that if they go missing, that anybody's even going to look for them. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's the optics of it. It's trying to show you're doing everything you can. It's not that you're going to find the person, but it lets the people know that that sheriff or chief or whoever, he's there for you. He is there to help you. That be great, Doug. Doug, please do. Her name is Jane. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I didn't get a. Let me send this to Doug. There you go, Doug. Marianne, her name is Jane Morgan. Interesting. Chris, Didi, give me the link. You got it. April, could you send this to Chris? Thank you. I don't get into the neighbors, never even search. Yeah, the neighbors didn't do anything. I am taking it easy. Mods are on it. Thank you so much, April. Appreciate you. Thank you, mods. Doug, just listening and filtering. In my opinion, FBI screwed the pooch more than nanos, in my opinion. No, they have a good amount. They got a lot of blame too, Doug, without a doubt. They got a lot of blame here. They're not off scot free by no means. Without a doubt. Well said. Photon, April, Barney, who is Jane Morgan? I think that's the lady that Marianne was saying, the 84-year-old lady that was taken and her car and her were taken from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. That's who I think she was talking about. Photo, April, Barney, L, I just found it. Marianne, so sad. April, relax and have fun. We got this. Thank you just for being here, April. Appreciate you. Annie, Oleg. Look at the lady that was on phones with Karen. Said she didn't want to talk to nobody about Nancy no more. I just don't know how people call themselves friends when they do that. I mean, it's almost like a nightmare. Could you imagine if she was not unalive, that she was alive? Could you imagine? And she was listening to all this? Man, that is crazy. Just saying. Marianne, April, I have a good idea. Why don't you take it easy and enjoy your vacation? Pam, in my opinion, Nanos is involved and his ego, he stopped them from searching. That's exactly what happened. And that's the reason, no doubt, in my opinion. L, did somebody send that link to Doug? Doug, I sent you that link. You there, Chris? Can you hear me?
No, I'm not here.
April, love all you mods. AJ, April, only thing we can control is Marianne. Photon, Marianne. L, April. Oleg, yes, Annie, I believe they are afraid of something. Go ahead, Chris. What do you got, buddy?
I'm full. I had dinner. That's about all I have. I have agita, heartburn, headache. So, but yeah, no, I'm. Yeah, she's missing. She's still missing. That's what I have for you. That's what I got for you, pal. No, when I said earlier, responding to Stacks, is that there's nothing to search for because I still think it's a cover up and there's nothing to look for because they know where she is and that's it.
Good point. It's a good point.
I mean, what? So, if there's anybody in the chat, whatever, and hello to everybody. Hello. What was I saying? Man, my short-term memory is going. I feel like you.
Don't blame me for your loss of memory, bud.
Every damn day I go through this. But
there you go, Doug. You're in.
Doug, mute your YouTube. Doug.
There we go.
There he is.
Thanks for having me back, dog.
You very welcome. Both of you.
Hold on now. Doug, is your YouTube still going? There's a huge
No.
echo. There, it's gone now.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. Perfect.
Was I echoing?
Yeah, you're still echoing a little bit.
Yeah.
Still
Marianne, I'm leaving. Why are you leaving, Marianne? AJ, Marianne.
Man, dealing with one of you, ED, is bad enough. I hear three of you in this thing. I got on a pieces. Yeah.
Hey, Pro says, AJ, watching. Why is this doing this? Let me see here. And not me. It was fine a second ago.
There it is. It's him.
Okay.
Whatever was happening is on his end. What was I saying?
All right.
I don't even remember what I was saying now.
I think he just wanted to give me a hard time.
Well, of course.
There he is.
That's a given, my friend. That's a given.
I want to know why Marianne is leaving. April, AJ, I'm lurking, watching Marianne.
Because she's on vacation.
Not Marianne.
Oh, yeah, Marianne's not.
April's on vacation.
April, what the hell are you doing anyway? Go on vacation.
AJ. Hey, she's doing fine.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Catco, yes, Marianne. She said she was missing, had no idea. There you go. Bringing in Doug now. There you go.
Is that better, dog?
Yeah, that's
better,
buddy. Much better.
Much better.
Much better? All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when I first met, I'll tell you a quick story. When I first got introduced to double D dog over here, they paid me to come in here and bother him the whole time. So, that's my main gig here, is to make him giggle. See, there it is.
You guys are killing me.
Well,
You guys are
April
killing me.
still there. AJ's here. Catco, just Jaylene, Annie, Bruno, L, Marianne. I feel like you now.
Chris is here, DD. He can click it. Thank you, April. Marianne, please don't leave. Please. April, Marianne, we'll find you.
We're begging you.
We're
on our
not
hands
that
and
far, but okay.
Oh, never mind then. Forget it.
Barney, my dad lives very close to Tucson. I joke with about not to go anywhere by himself. I really worry about him, though. He is in his 80s. Yeah, I could see that. Without a doubt, Barney. Well said.
Did you know?
You
know what I heard earlier? No,
Tell
not
me.
earlier, but a few days ago. We may have talked about this already. There was somebody arrested in front of Nancy's house for theft a few weeks back, right in front of her house.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything about that, Doug?
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either.
What about theft? I remember the guy that got arrested for drinking and driving.
Yeah, no, this was a couple weeks ago.
And you had that, yeah, that would make.
How could we forget the guy that got arrested?
Well, I was thinking of the guy. Remember, he stole the plants, the fire plots or plants or whatever the hell they were at that house. Not
the cactuses, yeah.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking.
That would be me. I'd have my rental car with this fucking 10-foot cactus hanging out its trunk.
Barney, I don't blame you. Catco, Barney.
I can see it now. Do you think they'll let me on the air?
Squirrel. I'm back.
All right. Make it happen, everybody. Teresa, hey, Chris. Teresa said, hi, Chris. Or, hey, Chris.
Hey, hello, hey.
Can't wait for vacation, says Stash. Friday. Going to Myrtle Beach. Dirty Myrtle Beach. Here I come. Oh, Lordy.
Are they really doing? Go ahead. Go ahead,
Psychic
no.
Rider is in the house. Welcome in,
Psychic.
Psychic Rider. Photon, hi, Psychic. All right. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say, Chris.
Are they really doing a reboot of Little House on the Prairie?
I think so. I think I heard that too.
Yeah, because Melissa Gilbert gives her thoughts on it amid controversy. There's already controversy about it, but I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I did hear that.
You know, I will say something.
Yeah.
They are. What do you mean you can't reach that page? They are bringing back a lot of the old shows now.
Right. They
They're
are
starting
doing
to
it.
reboot. Yep.
Yep.
They're talking about a new Adam 12.
Oh, wow.
They're talking about, I guess now they're talking about a new Little House on the Prairie. And then I heard a couple others, but I don't remember what the names, which ones they were. But that's crazy. That's because our shows back in the day, they were good stuff.
L, you saying I'm echoing?
Am I still echoing? I probably am.
Nope.
No, you're good. You're good. I think I'm good.
Everybody's good. Who's echoing?
We're all good, L. Echo.
I think L has an echo. If you could hit, I have an echo. Hello.
Hello.
Why can't you guys hear my echo?
Let me see here. All right. Can you hear me now?
Nobody say anything.
I hear you.
All right.
Doug, didn't you hear that? I said, don't say anything. Jesus,
Yeah.
Doug, you're fired. Doug
You're
hasn't even
hired?
been fired. I said fired. I said,
Yes.
Doug's fired.
Yeah.
He hasn't been here 10 hours yet, and he's already fired.
He's not fired. He's hired.
Oh, he's hired.
We all can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday. Man, I tell you what I had today. I had fried chicken. I had corn on the cob, and I had a baked potato.
Oh, nice. Where's mine?
It was damn good.
Now, if you had said that, I'd have pedaled my ass off to your house.
Oh, Lord.
We are hilarious, right?
Good Lord, you all echo. Echo.
Echo.
Echo.
Picking
Stack says, I'll be a squirrel's murals inlet, or whatever it's called.
This is good stuff.
Awesome.
You
Marianne.
can't write this shit.
Echo L. Annie. Just Jaylene. Echo. You guys started the echo now. We are joking, DD, with Marianne.
That was Doug's fault.
April, hey Chris, I am still here, says April. Catco, AJ, I was confused because Marianne's still here. Oh, Marianne. Barney said, squirrel, laughing out loud. Oh, Lordy. Not that I can find Oleg, just a description. Oh, my Lord. But, Marianne. Oh, Lordy mercy. I am just looking her up. Marianne, no pic of Jane Morgan. You know Jane Morgan? You guys heard what Marianne said, right, about Jane Morgan?
No.
She's 84. She was taken from Walmart parking lot.
Oh, I did see that.
And her vehicle.
And her vehicle?
Her vehicle and her were taken, I guess.
See, everything's happening in Tucson. That was in Tucson, right?
Yes.
The Walmart?
Tucson. Yeah, Walmart.
Yeah. See, everything's happening. That, the breaking news from this morning, the lady that was SA'd from the guy who broke into the house. Through the unlocked door.
I'll let everybody read. She was last seen wearing white over green and driving a silver 2014 Hyundai Elantra.
Did you read Bonnie's?
Thank you so much, Elle. She was seen getting her prescription and going to the parking lot. Then, poof, she was
that
gone.
tells you why. somebody wanted that prescription.
That's a good possibility.
That happened here.
There's a lot of meth heads out there.
Yeah, that happened here at a
Really?
Walgreens. Yep, it happened 3 days in a row. 3 different people. But then at the end, when they arrested them all, they were all related. So what they did is they hung outside, and but here you go. There was. What are you laughing about? I'm talking, goddammit.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
If you're laughing, you're
Don't
thinking
you yell
something
at
else.
me.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening. Go ahead.
No. So what they were doing is there would be a person inside standing next to the people in line,
Right.
overhearing the drugs. So they how when you pick up your medication and you have questions and it's 0.5 of whatever. So they would pick up. See, again, you're laughing at me.
I'm thinking of what you're saying, man. Stop it. My God.
They would see which drugs were being passed over, and then they would signal the person outside, and they would either run up and snag it from them, or they would steal the purse or whatever and get away with the drugs.
You know why I was laughing? Because I was thinking that the teller guy at Walmart was going, methadone. Who's got the methadone?
Yeah.
Who's got the methadone? Oh,
when they say it, right? When they say it, they don't keep it quiet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, how much morphine did you need? Hello?
Who's got the painkiller? Who ordered the painkillers? Oh, my Lord.
And like, I don't know, like I go to the same pharmacy every day. I know all the people and we talk, and I even know some of the people that go there get their medication, and they just sit there and talk. Oh man, he gave me, 300 Percocets for, blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
Oh,
don't let anybody know what you have.
Do you remember when that was really big in the 80s when they were doing the mill pills for the oxycodone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, was that crazy or what? I only say that because you said the 300 pills. They were given literally 300 pills at a time. This is before everything was regulated.
Yeah. No,
my
I mean,
God.
To me, Percocets are like smoking marijuana. That's all they are to me.
Honestly,
addictive.
I obviously have taken these before and have been okay, not feeling the pain. But as far as getting hooked on anything like that, nah. That was just something that didn't bother me.
I'm not going to make you laugh anymore. They're picking on me in the chat.
Kick psychic in the back of the knees. Psychic. Kick her in the back. Psychic writer.
I was wondering why we were kicking the poor person in the back of the knee.
Teresa, you should have seen the shout out today in Florida. Whoa, what happened? What happened, Teresa?
Oh.
Fill us in.
Was that the standoff?
April says we didn't act like this before Chris started joining us.
Right. So now I feel bad. I'm not going to make you laugh anymore. I'm going to be totally serious.
You're not going to do that.
Captain Serious.
I'm going to be serious
Barney,
from here on out.
I'm still thinking about double D's. That's why I'm laughing.
Starting right now, I'm going to be serious. Okay, here we go.
Did you read what I put up there about the double D's from Barney?
I didn't find that funny at all.
April saying to myself, do not go to Walmart in Tucson. Just don't even go to Tucson, period. No doubt.
Yeah, just stay out of Tucson.
Stay out of Tucson.
Who wants to go to Arizona? Let me get to my serious voice. Who wants to go to Arizona now?
I'd like to go to Arizona.
You know what I'm saying? See, it's him. It's not me, people. It's him.
It's Chris. TD.
Eric's calling me a troublemaker.
Marianne, it is a Chris fault. Remember when DD was serious? Mm-hmm. We would have to do a lot to make him giggle. Not anymore.
See?
Oh,
I've destroyed poor DD. I've made him Google.
Pam says, it scares me when I go get my meds. So I put mine in my purse. You wear a mask and you go into Walmart. I'm just kidding. You didn't say mask. But Walmart, you say, I'm the bad guy. Give me my pills. But Walmart, they have it set up where you go in the cubicle where no one can hear or see what you get.
That's cubicle. That's where you get the shots.
Methadone. Who used the methadone? Do we got painkillers?
What?
Oh my Lord. Psychic writer. That's why so many became addicts. Yeah, you're not only kidding, my friend. That is exactly why. Terry could go to the drive-through pharmacy. Yeah, no doubt. Walmart has a drive-through, and that sucker's easy to navigate. First time I did it, took me I would say 2 minutes. I was like, damn, I got to come here more often like this. Oh, that's what I prefer to. Tarek, Walgreens has it. Yeah, but our Walgreens out here, matter of fact, they closed our Walgreens out here. Teresa, it was a shout out to St. Pete, Florida. Awesome, Teresa, St. Pete, Florida. You guys ever been to St. Pete? Hello? Hello? Oh, you want to be tricky, huh? They both muted each other. Well, anyway, I have a brother that's in St. Pete. So there you go. Awesome. Shout out to St. Pete. Derek, Chris is in troublemaker. He's a bad influencer. Chris, you couldn't be serious if you tried. Laughing out loud. Pam, there's a mountain that is sad for the lady, and Teresa, that is sad for the lady, and then the child in the truck, without a doubt. When was this? So the kid was still in the truck when they shot it up. Hey guys, if you guys don't want to have a conversation, I don't know what the hell you're doing here. I'm just saying. Right, Eric. I always pick pharmacy with the drive-through. April, I hate Walmart. Even her gotta walk 10 miles to get to the bottle of Advil. Just Jaylene, DD had a giggle box now. Without a doubt, just Jaylene. Tarek, L1, good idea. Pam, Tarek, we don't have a drive-through in our Walmart. Gronsky, Chris has ruined us all. We are all corrupted. Now we need pain unalivers. Well said, Gronsky. Well said.
Pain unalivers.
Hey, bro. So what do you got? What do you think? You got that letter ready?
Yeah, I can read the email. I can read the email that I got from Nanos.
Okay, he's gonna read that email, everybody.
For sure. It's when we sent him an email asking why cannot we have organized grid searches from the people. And Nanos' response to us was, per Arizona state law, people or groups of people are allowed to search any area in the state as long as it is not private property. They do not need the sheriff's permission. If it is private property, then they are required to obtain permission from the property owner, or they could be charged with criminal trespass. However, there are other areas of concern that I need to consider that deals with civil liability. Every sheriff in Arizona has at his disposal state volunteers. If they are working or volunteering for the sheriff, then the sheriff assumes all risk and liability. Should they get injured or damage someone else's property, they are in essence are agents of the sheriff, and ultimately their actions become the responsibility and actions of the sheriff. I currently have over 400 highly skilled and highly trained volunteers who work alongside my team. They are out in the field almost daily. They work with canines, cadaver dogs, horses, drones, airplanes, helicopters, and are deputies assigned to our search and rescue team. And that's it. That was the explanation.
So my question would be, so who was working after the day and a half when everything got pulled off?
Exactly. He says that people were still searching. We just didn't see it because they weren't searching the immediate area. We don't know if they weren't searching in Colorado or down in Phoenix or up at Mount Lemon. Like everyone was so focused at Nancy's, they could have been searching all over the place and nobody would have known.
That is true. However, we do know that Nanos downsized that search after a day and a half. He said so himself. So the manpower that he started with, he went ahead and downsized it because of what reason?
Yeah, we don't know the reason.
That's my point. And so
Does he
now
want
I can tell you this. Okay, I can tell you this. In law enforcement, he can have all the searchers he wants and working with his team, as he had to put it, his team. But the reality is that there's not better groups out there other than groups like Cajun Navy that's all they do, and EquiSearch. So to compare the group that he has to these professionals, these are professionals. This is all they do. I mean, my gosh, they produce results, So I'm not sure that I buy that, but I mean, I understand what you're saying, but that put in that caveat that sheriffs can go ahead and decide, basically what he's saying is the catch-22. If I think that we don't need it, we don't need it. Well, no shit. Of course he's going to say that. You know what I mean? But why get rid of the help that's offering you at no cost to you? That's what I'm saying. That's what don't make sense to me. And
Right.
so yeah, I hear that, but he has to put that in there because that's the only way he can justify by saying. And I'm not a person that not like for law enforcement. Make no mistake, I've been there, done it. I'm just saying that he puts that in there because it's that catch-22. We will charge you on everything. If we can't find something, this is what we'll catch you on. It's that old. If I think that we don't need it because we have our people, well, the problem is you called your people back, so that means there was a big cut in who was searching. Not to say that they weren't still searching, just saying that they cut back, probably because of the expense. So now you have Cajun Navy and you have EquiSearch and others. Hell, the FBI, they would have come in over with people, and yet that was refused, not denied, just refused. No, sorry, we don't need it. We got our people here. We're handling it. That's a pride thing, man, and that pride thing will get you every time. That's just me. Yeah. Thank you for reading that.
Most
Go
search
ahead.
groups probably got the same generic answer that I got.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was pretty much like, yeah, you could search, but it's unofficial. You're not going to get any direction from the sheriff's department, no coordination, because they really didn't know where to search. So I think the sheriff weighed the liability against, like, I'm going to have all these guys out there searching in a place that we don't even have. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack in the field of haystacks. Like, you need to figure out at least which haystack to look in.
And who better than Cajun Navy to be able to sort that out?
They should have been able to. I agree.
Yeah. Or
I totally
EquiSearch,
agree.
And that's the problem. That's the problem that I have with Nanos is that, the people, they depend on him. Because here's the thing. If I live there and my mom, and this happens, and my mom is alive and let's say I'm thinking to myself, well, what if that's my mom? Are they going to even search? I mean, older generation people, they think like that because they worry about that because they're wondering who in the hell is actually watching over us. You know what I mean? So I just think that's why he lost a lot of support from the people. And once you lose support, I can tell you, when you lose support from the people you serve, man, it's hard to get that. It's hard to get it back. It's very hard. So that's good, man. I'm glad you read that. Anybody got any comments in here about that Doug just read?
Absolutely not.
No.
April says, we will talk to you, DD, laughing out loud. Oh, no, I don't think so either, Tarek. We have 3 Walgreens. Okay, where are we at here? I'm way behind. April, I am shocked Nano's I am shocked Nano emailed Doug back.
Absolutely,
no doubt.
me too.
At least you got it, man. At least you got
I got a return email for sure.
A return email, yeah. That's impressive in itself.
He got my tip.
Chits J. Lee says a bunch of mother cluckers. Oh, mother cluckers.
Mother clucker.
Hell, Derek, me too. Sam, DD Nanos is professional. Also, he got his sheriff's badge back when Cracker Jacks contained fries till someone mental moron like those choked on the prize and they stopped putting their prize in the box.
Well,
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That
Hey,
is hilarious.
this is a serious channel. There's no time for laughing
Hey,
or
hey,
giggling.
this is how we roll. And Derek, yeah, they do need them. It would be easier for everyone, without a doubt, man. I mean, guys, this is not like rocket scientists,
Hey, I
right?
was going to say that.
If you don't have the manpower and someone else does, and you need that manpower, and it costs you nothing, hello, what the hell are we even thinking about? You know, I mean,
Right.
it's a no-brainer. But for whatever reasons, he felt that he could handle it, and a day and a half later, he's figured that he didn't need it. I guess.
Later, he looked like an idiot.
I want to know who was responsible for making the decision to not pay the ransom in the beginning. Could this whole thing have been different had they paid up front?
Well, after
Possibly
you,
got Nancy back, but it would have opened up an opportunity for future criminals to extort people for money. So
yeah,
that's
but
why they say
but
we
the
can,
extortion, Doug, that the kidnapper for ransom, that's just how it works. So the key is the idea is that they're going to do this because that's how it operates. It doesn't happen very often, especially with somebody of that age. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, obviously, it's like pony up. Either you pay it or something happens. But
yeah,
the idea of what you said is exactly right. If they would have paid it at the beginning, when you read that email, remember the family dealing with the uranium and all that stuff.
yep,
When you put that in there and you read that to me, that what they like what they would say, or you read that email or the message that was on, I think, JLR's live or something. I think that's
yes,
what you said. Okay, so when that person said that, well, yeah, that's basically what he's saying. Now, is he talking out of his ass, or is he really like saying something that has some merit? We don't know, but I would say, yeah, if they would have paid it, is your mom not worth it? I don't know.
were these perps trying to change the rules?
Well, that's the other thing. The conventional way of handling this is you don't even go through the media. These people,
Exactly.
that's all they did is go through the media.
So if
They broke every norm.
Right, but if you're talking about paying the ransom, the only person that I blame is Savannah.
Well, she's the
The
only one
family
that
wanted to pay. I think it was the
Nah.
FBI who said we
but
can't
you
pay
don't
this
have-
ransom.
Yeah, but you don't have to follow what the FBI says. You
True.
have the
True.
exact chance to say, you know what, screw you, I'm paying it.
I mean, she could have said, in all honesty, I appreciate the advice, but we really want to pay this because we want to make sure that, it's not something we're going to have to live with the rest of our life.
Then the problem is with that. Now you're on your own.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're on your own. I don't think that they're gonna they're not gonna be like helping you guide it through there, because once you say you're gonna pay it, they're still going to monitor it all the way through because it's a crime that's been committed. So they're not going to walk away from it, but they're probably are going to think that this is going to be harder because whatever reason in their mind that they thought it was a bad idea. Okay, now they're going to reevaluate how they're going to take the next step forward from this. You know what I mean? So it just changes their process of thinking and how they're going to handle this situation. That's all it is. They're not going to leave. She's still going to get their help because it's a major crime. It's a crime that has been committed, and yeah, they're going to be there. But
now, if this was your mother, and you got the email that said, "Hey, I have your mother. Oh, we have your mother. We want, $25. I still don't get the Bitcoin, but
down, Bandit. Sorry, go ahead, Doug.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not. I'm looking at my cat trying to tell him to get down from the table. Go ahead.
You can see my reflection in your glasses.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I mean, I have to be honest with you. If that happened to me and it was my wife, my mother, whatever, I'd be just like, listen, tell me what you want. I'm on my way. I don't even think I'd let anybody know.
Yeah,
Really,
I mean,
I don't.
absolutely. I mean, well, and that's the thing. Everybody knew because they did it the unconventional way by going through the media. Had they not gone through the media, yeah, you're right. If somebody had sent me that and I had the money or could find out how to get that money, I would definitely pay it. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely. I mean, there's not a price that I wouldn't pay if I was able to obtain it, get it, or I had it. Kind of like Savannah's,
Yeah.
But now the question remains is how they have to live with that the rest of their lives.
True.
Could it have made a difference? Never know.
No, you don't.
You never know. I mean, it could have made a difference or not. And I think that alone is more of a mind up than anything else.
Yeah. Now, if I got an email saying, "Hey, Chris, this is something, 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 nothing. We have got Devil Dog 88. We want, $62,000." I'd be like, "Here's 5 bitcoins just to keep his ass." You know what I'm saying?
I was going to interject too, but I was going to say, I got like $5. You can just keep them.
Yeah, you just keep his ass.
Oh,
I don't know, man. It's such a tough thing. Like you just said, everything was unconventional.
Everything.
Hello,
Everything.
Savannah. We want 1 bitcoin. Like what? 1 bitcoin, $60,000. You're putting your life on the line for 60 grand. I mean, come on, dude.
They could get this 4 million, 6 million. Oh my Lord.
It just seems odd that you would ask for 1 bitcoin. I can imagine if you said, "Hey, listen here, I need like 37 bitcoins, or give me 100 bitcoins and I'll give you your mother." But then you send your letters to, the 2 news stations first. That doesn't shock me because they sent it to the online tip lines,
Right.
which technically they say are untraceable because it's a tip line. But
correct.
if they want to find it, they're going to find it.
Well, it's funny you say that because you're right. I mean, the idea that they asked for the 1 Bitcoin, that's probably why no one took it serious.
Right.
Because it was like, that tells me the way they jumped, from if it was the same, or no, they weren't all the same people. But when they asked for that, that just showed me these people who were asking for it were nothing but, just, your bagger at Walmart, that just needed some money, I mean, in other words, they had no professional skills in that. They didn't know what the hell they were doing.
I'd have probably been like, "Listen here, I got your mother. Give me 2 ribeyes and a couple of T-bones, and you can have her." I mean, really, $60,000 though? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make no sense. And then the person used the excuse, "I just have to get out and dodge and hide out because they're coming after me."
It's like
yeah.
You're talking about your life. You're talking about being in jail forever.
Yep.
$60,000 doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
I think those letter writers was a different group of people
absolutely
than the people that asked for the 4 and 6 million.
I totally agree.
With the 2 dates, came and gone. They didn't pay, and something happened to Nancy. And everything that came after was people just trying to extort the family and try to make money and profit off of
what I feel. Same
their drama. We know there was at least 5 different letter writers types. Like there was the original 2, then south of the border guy, and then the group of people that asked for a different type of cryptocurrency that wasn't Bitcoin. And then there was the guy that sent the letters when Savannah went back to work, and every time Savannah made a move, they got another letter.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's to say?
And then Kalela, so that's 5.
It just seems like a game. It just seems like a game for everybody involved in it. The family, the sheriff, the neighbors, her friends. It seems like this big game, and we're all just being played. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's very possible. Very possible.
Like chess.
Let me read Psychic Writer real quick. Then the lady was attacked the other night. A few hours later, Numbnut said, "It's not related. How the F does he know being in nanos? No investigation yet. Everything is not related. Big sign says Guthrie. Nope, no." Very well said. Very well said.
Just this is, I mean, there's got to be some eyes opened in Arizona right now by everybody in the government, because you're finding people dead. There's break-ins. There's people missing. This lady gets taken from Walmart. This lady gets S8 in her house the other day. Hello, what the hell?
Well, even this good point, Psycho Rider puts. He says he keeps saying, "Leave it to the pros." Well, okay, except the pros are not searching.
No,
So who do we leave it to?
Yeah, it doesn't. Just nothing adds up, man.
It's very frustrating, man. Because, like I said, when I look at this stuff, hey Diane, good evening, and thank you for being here. Welcome in. When I look at this stuff, it's so. Like I said, I can't stress it how much it's literally law enforcement LE 101. How you do this. The guy coming out of the academy would probably say, "Yeah, this is what we covered in the book. This is how you do this." I mean, for him to just go against that as well, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it really does beg the question: what was the reason? You know what I'm saying? What was it? What was it? Was it? I mean, was it nefarious on his end? That's why I say it. The only thing I can say is, in my opinion, it was nothing but dereliction of duty. He did not do what he was supposed to do. And that's the only thing I can say, being nice, I guess.
Yes. I mean, it's just like, really. Like I said before, I'm to the point where I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
No, I get it, man. I get it. But here's the thing, man. It's like I said earlier in the chat. You just can't give up, man. And that's what I hate. That's what I hate is when I hear Nanos doing that, saying that, and running it that way. Look, I guess he's gonna fall on his own sword one way or the other. But the idea that he is going to literally make those decisions like that, it's inexcusable, man. It's inexcusable. That's all I can say. It's inexcusable. No one else. I would go out on a limb and say very few, very, very few, like maybe on 3 fingers, maybe 2 fingers, maybe 1 finger.
You know how to count?
No one else would have played that the way he played this whole thing. No one would have done that. I can't see anybody else doing that. That's how outrageous it is. And that's just being nice, man. That's just being nice.
Can you imagine what all the other sheriffs and police departments are saying across this country? I mean, I'm sure there's other ones that have kind of similar situations, but can you imagine what they're just sitting there all together like, for real?
You know what they're saying? They're saying, thank God that numbnuts went ahead and did this, because now it takes the heat off of us.
Well, yeah.
That's what they're saying. They're saying he
Can't forget about Mark Kelly too.
Yeah. Well, what is the deal? Fill me in here what the deal is on Mark Kelly, because I'm trying to. I hear that name brought up, and I'm trying to like process it as to what the hell role could Mark Kelly have in what's going on. Help me understand that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to start with Savannah. Why was that the first phone call she made? I get that you're going to call the most powerful person, but I would have been calling doctors and wanting to talk to the sheriff. But her initial thought was, I need to call Mark Kelly. So what did they see there that day, or what did they know previous? Well, did they have previous threats as to who maybe this was? Because family said they pretty much knew right away who it was and why they were doing it. They just don't really know the where. But Mark Kelly he's a powerful person. He's the leader of the Senate Intelligence Committee. So he's as oversight over all three-letter organizations, the CIA, the FBI, DHS, all of them. They all report to Mark Kelly, and he allocates funds, including black box projects. And then he filters information, and he literally gets to say what gets given to the president or not. Within that board, there's only 9 people that sit on the Senate Intelligence Committee, and they have a lot of power. And Mark Kelly is the head of that. And he's also thinking about running for president this next election.
Okay.
So you just can't dismiss it as, oh yeah, she just called him because she knew him and he was the most powerful. I think he had a bigger role than that.
Well, see,
Well,
and then
best
I
friends.
look at it as in my counter to that would be they are very damn good friends.
They are.
They are both in that political realm as far as in the same, Democratic realm. Kelly would be calling him because he is a senator, and for those reasons she could say, what do I do? I mean, I don't, and you say, why would she go to him? Because he's a senator and that's one of her closest friends. I mean, I would like to go to somebody. I would like to have a contact of somebody that I feel might be able to give me some guidance here. Now you say, why can't she call the FBI? She probably could. Maybe she didn't have faith in
calling them.
In what's his name? The guy in charge of the FBI.
Cash
Let's
Patel.
face it. Let's just face it. It's not like the guy's been on a run here. So maybe she doesn't want to go ahead and she feels like he's too inexperienced or maybe she just does. Maybe she's just relying that Kelly lives close and Kelly is a senator and Kelly has a lot of respect because of his past history on what he's done in his life as an astronaut, as in the military, the whole 9 yards. And the bottom line is they're just friends. I don't see anything like. I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, and I do understand when you're in charge of certain committees. That's how the political realm is played. But in the same token, that's like you're trying to put all these pieces as to that's what his role is. When in reality, how is it not just that's her friend?
Well, so here's my theory on that. Now, if I put, let me not Mark, and let me just say it's you.
Okay.
And something happens to my mother, and you're a high-powered person, I'm gonna call and be like, "Yo, dog, it's Chris. Point me in the right direction to somebody that can actually help me." You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's just like I don't have any trust in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would ask somebody. I'm joking. Really, I'm joking.
No, I understand, but the reality is I the point that I think you're saying is what you're trying to say. That I know you're joking, but what really
I did. You're horrible. I need somebody that can actually help.
Yeah,
me.
Well, that's in essence what they're saying is that Mark Kelly is actually going ahead.
Right.
And she called him because of the fact that, he may have something to do with this as far as not with Nancy per se, but something to do with a reason, an underlying reason of what, why it went, this way or what were they hiding? I don't think they were hiding anything.
You got to look at it. You got to look at it two ways though, right? So take it. This is way number one. Mark, it's Savannah. My mother's missing. What can you do for me? Can you go call the sheriff or get the FBI or get the CIA because he's in charge? He gets everybody. But that's why I think she would be calling him if it's legitimate kidnapping. I need your help, Mark. Pressure everybody. He can't pressure anybody. You know what I'm saying? He wants to run for president. He's not pressuring anybody.
Right.
He's just saying, Savannah, look, I'll see what I can do, but I can't make any promises. Second situation is, Mark, this is getting out of hand. We need help. We need to cover this up. Hurry up. Do something.
This was day one, though. What was getting out of hand?
Exactly. I was going to say,
No. No, if it's a cover-up.
If it's a
Because
cover up, but I mean, how many
Yeah.
sheriffs do you know that have a senator that comes in and interferes in a kidnapping investigation right out the gate on day one? It's
Zero.
it's not a very common thing, whether he
No.
did anything or not.
No, I mean zero. I didn't expect him to go to the sheriff's office with donuts.
But he did.
Okay, but
No, I know. I'm just saying it's two ways to look at it. But
so what is the right thing for the sheriff to do in that situation? Let's ask the big question. What is
don't bother me. Go away.
Exactly. That's it. It's
Go away.
that simple. Hey, Nanos, I went ahead and hey, Chris, I bought some donuts for everybody. Hey, do you know is there anything you can tell me what's going on? You know, just in that. No, I can't. This is an investigation, and I can't talk about it. Sorry, but thanks for the donuts.
That's what I would have said. Like, let me get the donuts.
That's it.
I
yes,
wouldn't
sir,
even
can't
have
help
taken
you.
the donuts.
But-
Take
but
them with
yeah.
you.
Well, I would.
But
You don't turn a donut.
you can't turn donuts, especially if they're like jelly filled or lemon filled.
Lemon, the
especially.
Bavarian cream one.
But seriously, on a serious note, that's exactly what he needed to do if it even, and it would have never even got there. Because you know what? Just like Chris said earlier, you know, he's not going to put his ass on the line if he's trying to run for president.
No.
He's not going to put himself in a bind as in why you were doing this, that, and the other. I'm not saying it can't be. There's always something that it could be, right?
Would he, if they felt it was reached the level of national security?
Well, if it reached a national security, maybe.
Would
That
national
involves
security
him.
explain the silence also?
Could.
It
Could. I mean,
could. I mean, if it was that big, I'm just wondering, national security. I'm just wondering what the hell does Nancy have to do with that? I get what you're saying earlier about the uranium and all that, but I'm saying, what does that have to really do with taking an 84-year-old woman?
see, I think Nancy's husband
Hostage interrogation.
forgot about a little bit. He's a very important guy.
Everybody forgot about him.
A lot of people don't know what he does. He's a very, very connected person. He's probably got more connections than MK. He's a big time guy.
Who's this?
Savannah's husband.
Well, just because he worked under Clinton and
It's who he's worked with. It's not just the Clintons.
True.
Whatever.
But
circle.
I think it's more because of the circle. Yeah, I think it's more because of who he knows, not so much of what he knows at this moment.
No, not what he knows. It's who he knows.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people like that, when you work in the things that he's done, I'm sure that you're going to have so many contacts that if he wanted to call somebody, he could get pretty much the answers he needs, you know. But once again, why wasn't he calling somebody? Why didn't they have his phone? I mean, didn't they check the phones? Didn't they see any nefarious stuff happening? If in fact that would have happened?
No, because they're not stupid enough.
Well, of course they're not, but that's my point. I just don't think that an 84-year-old woman is like you're gonna go ahead and give the secrets to, you know, Russia or China, and that's why you have to take her out. I'm thinking we're looking at it like a cloak and dagger, when in reality, this woman probably just, hell, for all we know, it could have been the wrong house. You know, it could have been the wrong damn house.
I don't think it has anything to do with national security stuff.
Yeah,
I don't. None of that, because that is the scientists that are missing. That's the national security.
Now that's different. Absolutely, I agree with that wholeheartedly. The scientist, to me, is more. I hate to say it, but to me, it would be more on a higher level here
than Nancy would be.
Yes, because they know everything that they're working on, everything that they're doing, what we have, what we don't have. You know,
this is something we're all either missing because we just wouldn't think about it being that, you know, something that's something else, which is I have no idea. But again,
everybody's opinion matters, and I mean, once again, and for you, Doug, knowing that you've done a lot of this background on this stuff that you were telling us earlier about, I'm going to look into that because I'd like to see what it all really like, how it all fits in. And so maybe you're talking from another perspective that I'm not seeing yet because I haven't really even looked at that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah, well, I
that,
get.
in all fairness, that could be why I'm saying what I'm saying. If I'm thinking outside the box, just on the surface, that's probably where I'm at. I think this was just something that I think somebody just thought they were going to make a shitload of money real quick, a quick fix, and it went south. I really do. And everything else is because I should say everybody, but there was so many mess ups in that process that it was like it could have been probably the most incompetent individual could have got away with this because of how it was handled. I guess is what I'm saying. But no, that's a good thought.
Don't let Doug push this all over on you. I fed him every bit of information that he has.
Yeah,
I told him
I
everything.
got all from Trips.
So yeah, I just like I really can't wait till the end, and I want to know. Then here's the big thing: if we ever know, what worries me is that we may never know what happened to Nancy.
Yeah,
and if that's and that's crazy. I mean, I guess I have to ask is when does this end? Do you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
It ends when Nancy comes home.
Yeah.
My question is, if she doesn't come home, when does this end? Is this what we do for the next 10 years, or does it slowly fade away? And is that what they're waiting for, right?
Yeah.
Or a lot of people are saying this too. Or in late 2028, does this pop up because it's now running time for Nanos?
Right.
Hey, I found her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that, to me, that would be the stupidest thing. Just because, are you holding her out? Are you holding her for 3 years? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
What the hell? And a lot of people have said that. Watch, he'll find her in late 2028, early 2029 because he has to run. And if that's the case, if that happens, there better be some type of indictments and some shit because that would be like, whoa, are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is not going to be. This is definitely, I think, because of all the screw ups. This is what's making everything so complex, and like I said, a perfect storm for a numbnuts to be able to pull this off, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because they had everything going their way. They had an inexperienced, incompetent. I shouldn't say incompetent, just an inexperienced police department, sheriff's department. And they had somebody calling the shots that I'm not so sure he made the right decisions in the calls, knowing law enforcement like I know it. So I'm not sure that that it wasn't just a perfect storm, but on a good end for the bad guy, But go ahead.
The other thing that bothers me really, really, really a lot is about Nanos is obviously they said before, a long while ago, if he was to break the law, he could be removed as sheriff immediately.
Right.
All they had to do was prove that he broke the law. As far as I'm concerned, they just proved it by arresting the guys.
Yeah.
And now all their stuff got thrown out.
Yeah.
So he made them arrest them. So what the problem is? You know what I'm saying? What's the
I do.
Why aren't they moving on them?
And that's probably what they said. You're either gonna go ahead and drop these charges, telling the DA drop the charges, the prosecutor drop the charges, you better make sure they drop the charges, or your ass is going to be in a sling. Because if we go to court, your ass is fired, and we'll figure it out. And I'm sure he knows. He knows the law. He knows what he did was wrong. He knows everybody had him marked. He knows people had put it on their report. We're arresting this person because the sheriff told us to.
Mhm.
You know, we know that all this shit happened. He knows it. I mean, you can only bullshit the bull for so long before you get caught up in all that BS, right? So, you know, I can see him like, yeah, let's just get rid of these charges. Well, yeah, because it's your ass is going to be in the sling.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Wednesday, 7:34 p.m., 7/22/2026. Double D has been using foul language. Please mark this on this slide.
Psychic Rider, this is Nancy Guthrie to ground control, says Psychic Rider. Sam, I can guarantee Savannah has been contacted by many high-ups offering to help free charge Navy SEALs, private investigators, retired law enforcement, FBI, etc. I agree with that, Sam. No doubt about it. April, Marianne, give Jaylene your crayons. L, Tusi, and the other strange. Marianne, nope, not sharing with anyone. Just Jaylene. Nancy's up there with a couple of monkeys. Psychic Writer, our own government's doing that. Well said. Tusi, yes. L, 1985, strange. April, the squirrel. AJ, Marianne, Pam. But did they show proof that Savannah's husband was on vacation? She gave him for Christmas. That passed, right? Savannah told us that right now, I don't believe any of them. They haven't proven anything they have told us. Good point. Good point, Pam. Well stated. April, groundhog, I meant monkeys. Barney, and the story says David took down the giant in a single shot. Watch out for the little guy's nanos. Maria, well said, Barney. Tushi, were you anywhere near the tornado? Oh, okay. She's talking about the tornadoes. Jaylene, ground control. Charlie just smacked his butt at me. Tusi, yes, the area, but stayed safe. Thank God. Very scary. Sam, Miss Barney. Nanos likes Barney Fife with no bullet. Laughing out loud. He may shoot himself in the foot before he takes down a giant. Well said. The Chatin knife. Roof. CB, my opinion, a lot of scripted stories from the family. Well said, CB. Stags, we had a tornado in Youngstown, Ohio, 300 yards wide. EF2, 120-mile-an-hour winds, destroyed a bunch of trees. That was about it. I hope you're safe, my brother. Hope you were safe. Marianne, thank goodness. Jaylene hits my head. PM stuck. Stacks, thank you for the Lord. You are okay. Thanks to the Lord, you're okay. Let me see. Where last time Big T stash? She's in space with monkeys. Marianne says, I guess Dee gave up on reading the chat. We are all over the place. I'm reading, Marianne. Stacks, yes, weather can be scary. Tusi, inside job, hired hit. They had a lot of information on Nancy's lifestyle. No way a stranger. Psychic Writer, no, it was incompetence, I say it. I agree with that. Jaylene, Nancy is going to ride a meteor home. Oh, Marianne, yes, it's been interesting chat tonight for sure. Tusi, I like when Dee reads the chat. Pam, Barney, it would be nice if you could hand us some of the ice cream in your phones or computers. Oh, Lord, Sam, Perps did see to have lots inside of information, but with internet and a drone, you could pretty much know everything there is to know about 90% of the population, right down to what they eat, drinks, and smoke. Well said, and that's going to even get worse, in my opinion, with the data centers. Pam, 10 gems. Thank you, Pam, for supporting the channel, my friend. AJ, Marianne, today is Wackadoodle Wednesday. Thanks so much, Pam. L, forgot about the AJ. Marianne, yeah, I should have stayed away. Miss Barney, back, ice cream safely rescued. AJ, Barney, Diane, ice cream. There you go. We're all caught up, everybody. Interesting. That's the only thing, man, is in my, like I said, in my take, I think this was more simplex and could have been so much more handled better. And that's why we're seeing the outcome of the way this was managed, literally. And that goes all the way to the top. That's just the top. That's just how it works. We can't blame, even though we know there's lack of experience in the deputies, we can't blame the deputies, because here's the thing: the buck stops with the man at the top, and that's why Nanos takes the heat. That's also why he gives the direction, because when it goes wrong, if he's going down, he wants to go down on his orders, not anybody else's orders. Okay, in this case, his orders may have been what's going to inevitably be out of a job at some point. Just a thought. This has been a good chat, man.
Great chat.
What would I do without you guys? You guys in the chat, man, they have some damn good questions.
Always do.
No, every time. I'm not kidding. Oh, nice job, DD. Good job, DD. Just Jaylene, Chris summoned me to come in, laughing out loud. Oh, thank you, Chris. Barney, I would happily have an ice cream party with each of you. Pam, they are building 2 data centers near me right now. We have been fighting against it for a while. I can tell you, Ohio's going to be the hub of the data centers. We are getting data centers like, my God, everywhere in the state of Ohio. It's probably has something to do with Vance, JD Vance, because he's obviously from this area. But I tell you what, I don't know if that's a good thing. Just a thought, but I don't want to get into that. I'm just saying. Psychic writer, I would bet in someone connected to the family. They've been in the house, could be ex-employee, stalker, friend, or family, etc. Not the family itself, though. Great show and chat, AJ. L, great stream indeed. April, I have had wine too many. I thought I posted monkeys and I was groundhogs or chipmunks.
Yeah.
But not monkeys. You definitely had a few little too many cups there. Without a doubt. But you know what? You're on vacation. You can have as many as you want. No doubt about it. L, April. The water data centers, yeah. Sam with the data centers producing antibiotics. Okay, the water for data centers is producing antibiotics, resistant bacteria, and they all have been shut down in some states already. Research the amount wastewater they produce daily, not good. I'm just not a fan of it, guys. I just think there's too much nefarious things could go wrong, and probably is going to go wrong. And I just don't think it's a good thing, but that's just an opinion. KB, no, DD, every place is building many data centers. No, I know everybody's building them without a doubt, KB. But I'm telling you, I have already read that Ohio is the hub of the data centers because they're right there in the middle in all the highways and byways. And in this state, it's like they're not going to push back. Some people will push back, but it won't be the majority. Kind of like everything in life, won't be the majority. And, consequently, we're just going to have to deal with it. Yeah, so that's the only reason I say that. I have heard that Ohio is the hub, not California. This is like they called it, what did they say? This is like the semi-valley California, but it's here in Ohio dealing with this data center nonsense.
It was called the hub. It was called the hub of absolute lunatics.
It's crazy, man. I just think it's crazy in my opinion. But what the hell do I know? It's out of my job description.
From listening to you lately, not much. I wanted don't choke. I wanted to say Jaylene's last post was I was summoned by Chris. Yes, to my chat, not his. Christ. Unbelievable.
Oh Lord. this
Thanks,
is
Chris.
funny.
Hey,
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate
you're welcome.
you.
That's why I'm here.
Hey, I'm your uncle. Remember that, and your grandpa.
No.
Now we're sounding like the Cider family. Oh.
Jesus. No. See, listen, you got that wrong. You were eliminated as uncle. You're now only the grandfather.
Oh my God.
You have to earn uncle status back, even though it comes
Lord of
before
mercy.
grandpa.
You know what? Thank God I have this chat because man, I wouldn't have anybody.
Thank God I'm ending this live soon.
Yeah. KB,
What?
how earth could they need to store that? How on earth could they need to store that much? Because they want to know everything about everybody's movement.
Has anybody ever seen a large data center?
I have. I'm only like 10 miles away from one, and I have
So-
been there.
What's the computer's name for IBM, the one that won Jeopardy?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
What's the computer system's name? What'd they name him? I forget. Anyways, that was here in Boston. Well, it's in Cambridge,
Mhm.
right? So with my old job, we used to go there frequently,
Mhm.
and there's like a whole wall that tells you about him like he's a real person, but tells you about him, and then you get to go to a window and you get to see the computer, right? And I was like, oh, it was like one big room, probably 50 by 50, and I'm like, oh, that's a pretty large computer in there. And that the guy looks at him and he's like, dude, that's just the cooling system for the computer system. I'm like, what do you mean? So then he brought me to the computer itself, and I'm like, oh, because that was a big chunk, and I'm like, oh, that's a big thing. And he's like, yeah, but that was only like one part of the whole entire system. But which I didn't know, the whole entire system is throughout the country. So one part of it is here, one part of it's in California. But they showed us a video of the data center for him, 4 floors of the cabinets that all the little things are in, shelf by shelf by shelf, all the data's held.
Mhm.
There was 4 floors of that, 100 deep in each aisle.
Wow.
And it was like probably 100 by 100 full. Now, that computer system, this was 6 years, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is probably 9 years ago. What they were doing with that computer system is they were programming him. So to make it so you guys understand what the hell I'm talking about, I did miss you, Jaylen. When you go to the emergency room, you go to the doctor and they take an x-ray. That x-ray has to be read by the cardiologist there.
Right.
Most of the time, it's not a cardiologist in this country that is reading that x-ray because there's not enough cardiology people that are on duty at the same time to have one person read through all these x-rays. So they're sent all over the world. So the computer system that they programmed, that computer system can read 1,000 x-rays a minute. And
Wow.
they also said in their findings, and you can read about it too, is that the computer can find a problem a long time before you would actually see it at the doctor. So they're programming him to be able to locate like a cancerous spot before it's too late. But trying to get it cleared through everything to can you really trust it? Is it legit? But the findings that they're coming out with are amazing. And if they could get, but here's the problem. Do they want some computer system to be able to do that? Probably not. Because then why would you need all this other stuff?
Well, that's the whole point. It's going to eliminate a lot of people's careers. It's going to
And
eliminate a lot of jobs.
there goes the medical. There goes the medical
Yeah.
end, and there goes the insurance end
Well,
too.
yeah. Why do you need anybody to read, a synopsis of what's wrong with you when they could just throw it into the computer and it'll spit out what's wrong with you?
Yep.
That's why I'm not a big fan of this.
No, and
That's one reason.
not for everybody losing their jobs, no. But what was kind of crazy, and it's all in plaques on the wall and everything. They put in an X-ray, a spot that the human eye could never catch. It's too small. You couldn't catch it. It's as smaller than the tip of a needle.
Right.
That's how freaking small it is. And they gave that X-ray to all these doctors throughout the country and said, find us the problem. Not one of them could find the problem, right?
Hmm.
So the people that made the X-ray and added the spot had nothing to do with the IBM computer. Nothing. They didn't know each other. Nothing. So they gave that X-ray to them and they fed it into the computer. The computer system found that fucking spot in like 3 seconds.
Wow.
So that's what they're gearing him up to be. He's the computer system that won Jeopardy, right? Everybody at one point, you all knew who it was.
Oh yeah.
And that's that's incredible. If you could, how many lives you would save? But yet, they're not going to have that.
It's this.
You can't tell me, and you guys know, I went through cancer in the past year, and you can't tell me after everything that we've been able to cure, fix, find, locate, take care of this, take care of that, do this, do that. You can't tell me they didn't find a cure for cancer.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have one.
Tell me that.
And I'm sure they have it, and they're not telling anybody because that's how they can keep control of.
And they're never going to.
Yeah.
They're never gonna go. They're never gonna do it.
So who owns these data centers? Are they private sector or are they federal?
They're private sectors that have invested.
It's private sector.
Yeah. So like you got what the hell's his name? Bill Gates has a lot to do with it. I know the one here. There's matter of fact, even
Amazon.
oh God. Oh Lord, I can't think of his freaking name. But they are the people. These are all private. They're gonna make money off of all this stuff that they're building, and they're taking a lot of these farmers' lands here in Ohio.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what's happening here in Ohio. They're taking a lot of these farmers.
Stay off of the millions of dollars.
I've actually done some work for a couple of these people out here that literally they bought him out. All they did, and this, like for example, this one lady that I worked with or worked for, she was literally she had been there her whole life. Her and her husband built that place. They had probably about 5 acres, trees, everything. They came in there. They needed that property because they had to have that whole grid. So they went. They paid him. She said they paid him well, and they just bulldozed that whole house. Beautiful houses. Bulldozed them down, cut all the trees down. And off they went, and that's what's happening. And they didn't have a choice because there was a big thing that if any one of these people in this sector area that they had to have, they didn't have a choice on whether they would sell or not. It was they were taking it irregardless, but they were going to give them a higher fair value market price, and that's what they did. So,
It can
it's
actually
just
be like the movies too here. Like when you see that stuff in the movie where they go and they offer you $5 million for your land, and you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. Next thing you know, those people are gone. They're
yeah,
missing somewhere,
yeah,
or
yeah,
or
yeah.
oops, sorry, a landmine landed on your land and blew it into pieces. Sorry, now it's not worth anything. Here's
You
20
were
bucks.
you were driving just fine, and now you just got into this major car accident. And hey,
This
I
is
mean,
true though. This is stuff that happens.
no,
You
I
see it
get
in the
it.
movies, but this stuff happens here.
Well, they had to get it from somewhere.
Yeah, true.
You're right. They had to get the idea. Hey, let me answer some of these here real quick. We have them going up and over PA. See, even PA's getting hammered with it. Diane, it's so true. Since they started building the data centers, our power has been going off for hours before it comes. Oh, and that's happening here in Ohio as well. Marianne, Sam, also all that data is used to train AI robotics that have been proven can and will go rogue and could basically turn into real life Terminator. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Psychic writer, yes, it requires a lot of energy. They have to build solar grids, wind, and good old fashioned grids to support them. Water that it takes to cool these data centers is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. And that's going to also hit people in the pocketbook. Diane says over 100 residents were at least evening meetings and vote. April, Ole, gifted a dollar. Thank you for that membership, Ole. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Diane, thank you for always supporting the channel. Diane says 30 allowed to speak. It was ugly. I can only imagine. Our governor has gone crazy, but she is fixing to retire, and we probably get another crazy one in, says Pam. Barney, hey, careful with the family relations. My brother is also legally my uncle. My brother is legally my uncle by adoption. When our mother passed and was adopted by our mother's parents. Crazy but true. Oh, Lord. Can't make that up, Barney. No doubt about it. Oleg, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Diane, as the song says, I'm my own grandpa. Sam says also solar and wind farms require huge amounts of fossil fuels, chemicals to keep running. They spray around by the truckloads and solar panel sites to prevent weeds and fossil fuels on turbines freezing. April, Oleg, thank you for the membership gift. Without a doubt. L, welcome in. Sue Wampler is in the house. Ole, best laugh I had all day. L, this chat. That's awesome, Ole. Ole has been a great stream. Had been laughing too and feel like I am grateful for the good time. Without a doubt, everybody. Pam, Diane, we did get a chance to vote, but when people found out they were trying to put these data centers in, people went to our local state government and protested on it, but it didn't help. It's kind of hard to beat the people with the money, no doubt. KB, when I asked about these obsolete jobs, I was told to start transitioning to a career in AI if I hadn't already. That's what's happening, folks. It is happening. Solar panels use mercury, correct. Oleg, I hope you feel better soon, Al. Pam, this is my opinion. It's leading up to one world government. Very well said, Pam. Very well said.
Computer name was Watson.
Watson. Diane. They are trying. Pam, Oleg, AI, brain dead people for the future.
That's
Doug, uranium. Marianne said, Doug, uranium. Oleg, I agree. KB, they want us to keep buying, but in order for that, we have to keep working. Holy Atkins, hey girl, we're ready going into directions, Oleg, without a doubt. April, anything to do with Bill Gates can't be good. Sam, Chris is correct. AI could help humanity, but it will not be used to help people. It will be used to wrong people, to create weapons of biological ones as well. Very, very scary, without a doubt, Sam.
Thank you for agreeing me.
They could
Only
use it
person.
for good things, but you know it's not going to be. The good things never bring the money that they want to make. You know?
Okay.
Oleg, I hate AI. Don't use it if really have to. Jeannie Shannon's in the house. Who pays the capital gains tax? Probably the people. Sam, I would think. Sam, they're doing this every state. It's eminent domain. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Eminent domain. They are taking families, farms, etc., and it looks like poop. They force out people who work these farms for centuries. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it firsthand happen. I know. It's anyone willing. Is anyone willing to trade ice cream for a few apples? Puff red off of apples. Oh my Lord, the apples. April, Barney, I would send apples, but I can't tell them from the tomatoes. Oh my Lord, Barney, I wouldn't if I had some. April, oh my Lord. This is why the chat is so good, man.
Can I say something?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
All right. I want to bring the truth out here, because a lot of people believe that I'm actually pedaling and riding on an e-bike to your area. This isn't true. What had happened is Dog said I couldn't use the e-bike. That was too easy. So he chose the bike for me to ride. So I would love to show you guys what I am riding. If you could just put, that's what I'm riding. I am riding this 3-wheel thing. And it's wooden wheels, people. Wooden wheels. And as you can see, I can't even sit down and hold the handlebars. So I have to stand up. So I just want you guys to know. I had a decision. I had a choice between 2 different bikes. It was either this one or let me just see. Or it was that one from Amazon. And I mean, it's got the solid rubber wheels. There's no.
Is that the Red Rider?
Yeah. No, it's not. Is it the real one? No, that's the classic Rider. I went with the upgraded version. So yeah. So just so you guys know,
hey, I also remember Barney said she had a good one for you.
Right, but you wouldn't let me. He said no, you can't have that one.
Say that.
He said no. I couldn't even bring a lunchbox.
Because Barney packed your lunches for you.
So yeah, guys, I probably should have went with this one.
Yeah, you should have went with one that has made out of wood and they're all oblong, so you would have felt every bump.
Yeah, you should have went with the radio flyer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it could have been this one too.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
You ought to be grateful. You could have had a unicycle.
I was thinking about, ooh, look at that one. Man, that's a good steering wheel. One thing. Oh.
And your camel could pull it.
There's what my camel could pull. Oh, that's just a toy. Never mind.
Lord.
So yeah, so I just wanted you guys to know the truth.
Well, there you go. God, man, I'm sorry I was exposed.
Jesus, that looks comfortable.
Godly. No doubt. Diane Phoenix laughing my ass off. Photon and Marion laughing their ass off. Photon, Barney, Chris laughing out loud. April, everybody's laughing their ass off.
We need to laugh.
We gotta laugh, man. More. You gotta laugh because life's too short, man. Life is too short.
And remember, we talk about miserable stuff every day.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
Yep.
People being unalived, missing people, kidnapped, essayed, kids hurt, kids missing, kids being unalived. And so you have to laugh every once in a while. Well, every few minutes is pretty good in my case. Because,
hey, I like laughing all the time, so no biggie to me.
Yeah, it's just, because I'm just looking. Hey, look, there's a Boston police car. Ooh, useless.
Photon, Chronicles, Barney, Chris, April, Cadillac. Chris, I am so glad you clarified that for us.
Now you
AJ
can go
Wilson.
enjoy your vacation, April.
Oh my
welcome.
Lord. We're worried about you, man. That's good. They're actually worried about what happened to you.
Well,
You know?
you made me pedal there. You could
You
have already
had
driven.
you had an e-bike with a battery. I told you had to charge the battery at the McDonald's and you'd be good to go. But you didn't want to do that. No, you had to have it your way. Well, there you go. You got it your way. Oh my Lord.
Just wait, because at some point there will be a issue overseas in Hawaii, and I'll go by plane, and you're gonna have to swim your ass there.
I'll take a boat. No deal.
Dinghy, yeah. You
I'll
can have
take
a
a dinghy.
paddle boat.
I'll take
You can
a
have a
dinghy.
dinghy with the plastic oars.
Yeah.
Come on, Dee.
I'll take a dinghy. Oh Lord of mercy.
Oh, listen.
I'm gonna just take my flying saucer. So
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
You can pull him. You can get your saucer. You can meet him on the shore, and he can grab a line. You can just pull him right across the ocean. No?
Hey, don't get me started about flying saucers because I'm not so sure they're not real, folks.
They're real.
I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
Don't get me started on it.
they're definitely real.
If they weren't real, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm not this amazing believer, but if they weren't real, then why is Roswell hidden? You know what I mean? And why is Area 51 like trying to get into Fort Knox?
You'd be shot.
Yeah.
You would be unalived in a heartbeat.
You go through that gate, boy, and that's the last gate you're going through.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And it's still like 100 miles from the front gate into the Area 51, really, where all the underground bunkers are and any like actual buildings that you can see from Area 51.
Right.
It's still like it's like 50 miles in. So that front gate is just hey, if you get in here, buddy, that's the last time you're going anywhere. Well, they just kind of show up. But hey, listen, I must say thank you for having me once again.
Absolutely.
And I have to say thank you to the chat. Love everybody, because I have to go because we had a flood at the school today. So that's why I was late getting to your live. So now I got to go clean up this goddamn thing.
No worries, my friend. Appreciate it.
But hey, everybody, love y'all. Talk to you guys all later. Hey, I'll see you in the morning, maybe.
Semper Fi. Yes, you will.
If you're lucky, I may.
If I'm lucky, and I would be lucky.
I may swing through. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? If I wake up on time. All right. Semper Fi, everybody. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.
See you.
Doug, you have your partying shots?
Yeah, just thanks for having me again. Another great conversation, great chat, great mods. And yeah, I'll say my adieus. Let you wrap this thing up till the next time. And just thanks for having me on. Glad to be part of the team.
You are definitely part of the team, my friend, and you are definitely welcome. Anytime you want to come in, just let me know. Let me know, and I'll bring you in. I'll try to make sure I remind myself to always go StreamYard so I can bring you and Chris on anytime. So whenever you guys want to go, just let me know. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Devil Dog. Thank you, Devil Pops, and we'll catch you later.
God bless, brother. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
All right. All right, everybody. We've been on for now, going on about, I don't know, 2 hours and 45 minutes, somewhere in that. But who's counting? I want to say appreciate all of you for making the chat awesome. You guys always bring your A game. Hey, every now and then you just got to laugh and figure it all out, man, because right now, life, like I said, is too short. So enjoy your guys' rest of your night. I appreciate every one of you. I thank you all, the mods. Thank you for everything you bring to the table. Thank you, chat, for everything you do to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. And just so you all know, and I know you guys know, we are growing. Make no mistake, we are growing. We've only been at this like now, middle of April, May, June, July. Like once again, about almost going on 3 months. And we are like literally growing. So everybody, thank you so much for contributing. Also, Marianne wants to let everybody know TIR is on and they're talking about the pacemaker, the disconnection of the pacemaker. So catch what you guys get, and God bless you all. Thank you so much. Semper Fi, everybody. Remember, it's all common sense, everybody. It's all common sense. It is all common sense. God bless everybody. Thank you all. Appreciate you.